everybody! Have you heard about the Drunken Peasants Patreon? It helps support the show while getting you some cool perks. Check it out! For $1 per month, you get to use our exclusive fan chat that appears at the bottom of the screen on every episode. For $5 per month, you get 2 new private shows, including Actual Mania, as well as our back catalog of private shows, plus all lower tier perks. For $10 per month, you get all of our monthly video content. This includes multiple post shows, our monthly reviews, our back catalog of all that content, plus all lower tier perks. For $15 per month, your name will appear in the ending credits of each DP episode, plus all lower tier perks. For $25 per month, you get to take part in our monthly booking committee hangout to help us book our Patreon content for that month, plus all lower tier perks. For $33 per month, you get an exclusive piece of DP merch each month, plus all lower tier perks. For $50 per month, you appear in the opening credits for each DP episode, plus all lower tier perks. For $100 per month, you get to join us as a guest on an episode of the Drunken Peasants podcast. Plus, you guessed it, all lower tier perks. Visit patreon.com/DP now to become a patron of the Drunken Peasants podcast.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants podcast.
I gotta get away with this.
No! Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh!
Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants podcast. This is episode 1365. Doing it live, 1365. Back again for another week of madness here on the DP podcast. Welcome back, Jeff Holiday. How's it going?
Hello. I am completely and utterly doomered. I'm doomered, man. I become full-blown doomerist. I'm a doomerist now? I don't know exactly how to express how I'm feeling, but shit's fucked, and it's going to be extremely entertaining. So, fuck it. Fuck around. Let's go. Why not?
I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
I've been waiting my whole fuck off life for this kind of shit, man. Like, let's go. I'm down. Fuck it.
And we'll get into the news in a moment here. Please like the stream. Please help us out with our tip goal, our monthly tip goal. It's pinned right there in the chat. We could use it right now. Yeah. The first of the month is rough. So if you want to throw us a couple dollars, it's right there. It's pinned in the chat. Send us your thoughts on everything we're talking about.
It's the first day of July, which means I can finally stop sucking all this dick. Jesus.
It's Canada Day. It's Canadian Independence Day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Not very thoughtful of them to put their Independence Day on the day after Pride. Like, what? Are you ashamed?
I don't think Pride existed when they had their Independence Day.
That's a convenient fucking excuse, don't you think?
I think it's a good excuse.
It is actually a pretty good excuse.
Yeah.
Like, actually a legit good excuse.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't exist, bro. Oh, right.
Okay. All right. So I'm getting some videos into the playlist right now.
Yeah. Cool, man. Super. I might be a little loopy tonight. I've been spray painting a lot.
Ooh.
So yeah, I'm feeling it, man. I'm feeling it.
Were you spray painting
Every
wands?
time I see Jeff Holiday on Drunken Peasants. Jeff is a sweet boy.
Yeah.
Aw, thank you so much. Appreciate you,
Yes.
Logic Blaster. I'm okay. I'm all right. No, I was I was spray painting shit for my motorcycle, trying to get it put back together again. So, is what it is. Tubes is what it is.
You're spray painting wands.
Yeah.
Holiday
Indeed.
craft wands.
That's right. Holiday craft wand. I do actually have a wand collection though. Like I have my fucking authentic Cobra Craft wand that producer Matt got for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got these two fucking wands because I made a joke on one of my shows. We were watching some some video about some dipshit who was making a lot of money pretending to be a wizard. And I was like, it's a bullshit world where this guy has a really super dope wand and I don't. And then people made me wands. And I was like, cool. Yeah, fuck yeah. Like, one of them's, they're both really fucking neat, actually.
When I was at Comic-Con and I was on the trade room floor, you know, like the showroom floor. And there was a few people there that made wands. Hand carved. No lathe. I asked them if they used a lathe and they said no, hand carved.
Hand carved.
Yeah.
Only the finest crafted wands come from my shop. My wand shop.
Wand shop. All right, here we go.
Somewhere in the world today, men have got to stand up strong, face the truth about themselves, to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. Stand up.
It's amazing.
Stand up.
It's amazing.
Stand up.
All right.
Damn.
Here we go. A new drink combo. We'll check this out.
What's up, you glorious bastards? I want to give a shout out to Tucker, Tyler, Nick, Jabadale, Danger Dog, Brian, Scott, and Courtney Sucks Discord. Thank you for subscribing to the Patreon.
Oh, you
I got
okay?
an exclusive drink combo for my
You can kind of see his space. He came out of that room.
Patreon subs.
It's like there's a lot more space than his apartment.
There is.
That's pretty wild. Yeah.
I think there's 3 bedrooms and a big living room.
Does he live there alone, or is he living?
I think
with
so.
somebody?
I think he lives there alone.
Wow.
And that one
that's
room
quite
is
a
like
Opa.
that one room is like his smoking computer room.
Huh. Yeah, but that sucks though, because it's a really shit space for like content.
Got a glass.
Glassel.
Some Reese's peanut butter cup ice cream.
Sounds good. Sounds really good, actually. Shit.
Couple scoops of that in there. I've done drink combos with ice cream before. The Sneaky Snake root beer floats are legendary.
The what?
Sneaky Snake? I think that's what he said. Snake is
There are
snake.
chunks of Reese's in here.
I think I actually have the ingredients to make a root beer or a Coke float right now.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty good.
We're not done just yet. We need some screwball peanut butter whiskey shots.
Oh no. Oh no. I hate when he does this though. Like he does this thing where he's doing his drink combos and he's like, I'm gonna pick one flavor and just do all the things of that flavor. And like it's gross. It doesn't work good. Like you have to mix flavors.
Yes.
Right?
Complementary flavors, not like peach this and peach that and peach this.
And now it's peanut butter, peanut butter, peanut butter.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, His shirt is also his dish towel.
Oh.
It's true. I've seen him spill a whole bunch of shit and just use his shirt that he's wearing to wipe it up. And then he'll wear that shirt for the next, like, 60 days.
True. That's true. Still clean, guys.
3 shots of peanut butter screwball whiskey on top of our Reese's peanut butter cup ice cream.
Yeah, you don't really want to put ice cream with whiskey. It'll curdle the fuck.
Oh, he likes that. I've heard him use the words curdle and coagulate as like positive things.
Oh God, no.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
He's Mexican mudslide.
Chi-Chi. Oh my God. You know, I don't know about like other places, but growing up in Ohio, we had Chi-Chi's restaurant. Chi-Chi's was a chain of restaurants, and they still sell their products like their salsa and their margarita mix and that kind of stuff in the grocery stores. None of the restaurants exist anymore because people died of food poisoning because of at their restaurants there was like contaminated jalapenos or something like that. And a bunch of people got sick and died. And the funniest thing, Chi-Chi's means titties in like Mexican Spanish.
Yeah. Super dope.
Yeah.
That's really fucking funny. That's really, really funny. Oh my God.
Yeah. So when I see the Chi-Chi's grocery store products, I think of the restaurants, but the restaurants have been gone since the 90s.
Just drinking all for 21 and up. Happy 4th of July. And thank you for subscribing to the Patreon.
Yeah.
There was this burger shack down in Tacoma this past winter, and a couple people died from like contaminated milkshakes from it. It's crazy how that shit happens. You can go to a restaurant and just die from whatever they serve you. It's crazy.
Yeah. So there was this one place in the town that I grew up in, and they got food poisoning, and like nobody died from that one, but it was pretty bad. Like everybody had to get fucking tested and shit. It was really crazy. But even to this day, like it's now changed hands and been like 4 or 5 different restaurants, and people still won't go there because it was food poisoning.
Oh yeah. You know, that ruined Jack in the Box for a while. Jack in the Box had a thing where people died from food poisoning, and they had to close a whole bunch of restaurants.
Yep. That's a legit fucking thing. And then, so the other one that's really crazy, on the way to Florence from here, there's this little place called like the Gingerbread House Restaurant or something like that. And I swear to God, this place is fucking cursed. It's been there ever since I've been alive, or at least, here in Oregon since I was a little kid. And 3 different businesses that have been in there that all they keep calling it the Gingerbread House. I don't know why they fucking do that. 3 different like owners have all had bad food poisoning where there's sometimes people have died, like twice people died, but they've also had like bodies found in the dumpster behind the place. There was a guy that was stabbed in the parking lot like a few years back. It's a cursed location. Burn it to the ground. Stop opening businesses there. It's never going to fucking work. It's like there's like an Indian burial ground underneath it or something. Like, I don't know, man.
It's like Poltergeist.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of room at the top.
So it's peanut butter cup ice cream, peanut butter whiskey, and now Chi-Chi's pre-mixed mudslide.
Yeah.
Splash. That's something quite delicious. But before we do that,
it's growing skin on top like gravy.
This around. Trying to sip it before we add the final ingredient.
Huh. He's gonna say it's good. I'm not gonna lie, that's tasty.
Mm-hmm.
That was really sweet.
Yeah.
I bet.
Got a bite to it for sure. Local Mocha Monster.
Oh my God, is he gonna pour Monster into it now?
Oh no,
Sure.
the coffee monster. Yeah.
He loves energy drinks.
Yeah.
What did he just drop in there? He just dropped something in there.
Yeah, I know. I didn't see what it was.
You put these shooters up and shit.
Oh no, he's gonna add shooters. Oh dude.
Oh no, he's putting them in the freezer.
Okay. Oh, maybe it was the spoon.
That's not a place for the monsters.
He has a crock pot that he's never used. It's up there. It's red. Up on top of his cabinet.
You should use it.
Yeah, he should slow cook some stuff.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
The pinwheels are
It already takes him like 9 hours to cook one meal anyway.
That's true.
almost done. They gotta get like raw.
So he should get like a beef roast. You know, like a beef chuck roast and put it in there. And he can buy like a nice stout beer, like some Guinness or something, and pour it in there. And then
I love this idea.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
hard before you slice them, but not like too hard, you know. That way if you slice it, they don't fall apart.
Yeah.
But they're almost there. Loca Mocha Coffee Monster. It's got chocolate flavored coffee in it to balance out the peanut butter goodness.
There's a lot of balance going on there, bud.
This drink combo looks unhealthy and delicious.
He always says that, unhealthy and delicious.
Let's give it a go. Cheers.
This poison looks unhealthy and delicious.
I don't know, he's kind of stuck back in like the early aughts man show style vibe going on, you know.
That's true.
Or what was it? What was the name of the guys that were making the insanely unhealthy burgers? Do you remember who those guys were?
No, I'm not sure what that
You
is.
know what I'm talking about though, right?
No.
Oh, really? Oh God. Maybe somebody in the chat knows. Epic Mealtime? No.
That's not bad. That's actually
Maybe it
quite
was Epic
tasty.
Mealtime. Yeah.
Goddamn, Patreon. YouTube.
Yeah, I think it was Epic Mealtime, but somebody did say Heart Attack Grill. I ate at the Heart Attack Grill while I was on tour in Vegas. It was a great experience. I highly recommend it. And their burgers are actually really fucking good, like legit. But you do have to wear the hospital gown when you go in and while you eat. And
you can get an IV bottle full of wine.
Yeah, I got my ass fucking beat because I couldn't finish my burger. So actually, I wonder if I could find the video for that. I'd send that to you.
Billy eats there for free because he weighs over 350.
Yep.
This is a little decadent to say the least. But the monster will give it
It's a little decadent.
A little bit, yeah.
See right there, it's perfectly mixed. You can taste the chocolate, the peanut butter. Just mixing caffeine with alcohol is definitely a yeah.
Mixing caffeine with alcohol.
Yeah.
All right. We got more. Making pinwheels.
What could Cobra be doing with all these little ingredients?
Does he have some Lucrane? He's got the bacon fat in a tub.
Well, you're about to find out. See, I'm going to attempt to make some pinwheel sandwiches.
You're going to attempt.
It's a really popular hors d'oeuvre.
Hors d'oeuvre.
And
Cobra's French now.
Uh-huh. Ooh la
I
la.
got some tortilla shells.
Hello.
And of course,
Zip and whip.
phone tipped over. Brilliant. And they're really easy to make from what I can gather. Once you,
Are they?
get
Let's
the
see how
batter
good you
mixed
do.
up for, we'll get our tortilla shells out. Straight
Tortilla. He said tortilla shells.
Tortilla shells.
Bring it. But I figured, let's give it the old Cobra try. And of course, we got some bush peach.
Of course.
While we're cooking, we're making food, whatever. But this is for 21 and up.
Is it?
Bush peach is back in season, baby.
It's gotta make-
Anyways, we got Philadelphia cream cheese. 2 containers of it.
Is he going to use all of it?
I'm going to put both of those in there.
Yep. He's going to use 2 whole sticks of Philadelphia cream cheese.
Nice. Nice. Fuck it. YOLO.
I've never made pinwheels, but I have watched a couple of how-to videos on YouTube. So they're pretty easy to make. They require no, like, Chef Gordon Ramsay level of cooking, just like a cream cheese. And pour it in here.
Oh my God. He struggles so much. What is the issue?
I don't know.
Oh my God. It's a whole thing of cream cheese. There's no reason.
Plus, it didn't come out so smoothly, but it is what it is.
It is what it is, but I digress.
Just most of it out of the can. That's good cream cheese.
Is it?
Excellent cream cheese.
Well, I'm glad you like cream cheese because you're about to overdose on it. That's how Cobes is going to pass. He's going to OD on cream cheese.
Is because it'll help the tortilla shell stick when you go over your pinwheels.
Tortilla. The tortilla shells. Fuck yeah.
And like I said, this is a pretty easy recipe to do. But we're going to make it extra sticky with flavor, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm also going to add country crock and bacon up.
He's going to add country crock, which is like butter substitute.
I love Jeff shows.
Yay! Thank you.
Yay! Thank you very much. Appreciate you.
And bacon fat.
And bacon fat. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, fuck. Why not?
In a tub.
That's just a lot. So much, dude. That's so crazy.
How much? You just used a whole thing of cream cheese. Think about how much fat total is going to be in this.
A lot.
Where'd the other packet go?
And you know the bacon grease is super salty. You're only supposed to use a little bit of it.
Right. Yeah.
Let's see. We'll see how much he puts in. How much of the bacon grease? Because you're only supposed to like grease a pan with it and like cook something in it or whatever.
It's gonna be absolutely obscene. I'm calling it now. Just unbelievably obscene.
It's right here. Okay, that one's empty. You know, I'm not going to pour any of this into the...
Good. Oh, my God. I was so worried. I'm glad he thought to be like, nope, I'm not going to pour this in. He's just having a sippy sip.
Okay. All right. That's better.
This is just to be sipping while we cooking and making.
Good. Good, Cobra. Good.
And this don't require any sort of...
He's going to put that other whole fucking stick of Philadelphia cream cheese in this bowl.
You roll them up in the
Stop!
plastic wrap and put them in the
He should be arrested. He should be thrown in prison. This should be some kind of hate crime.
Then if you have company coming over, if
you have company coming over.
Easy to make snack.
I make snack when the weather is permittable.
take them out of the fridge when...
I love how Puff's tank is just sitting there, just as a constant reminder.
Oh, wait, where?
Puff's tank is in the background.
Oh my God, that's true. Holy shit. That's so morbid.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for him to come back.
He's not coming back.
Not coming back.
He's in a totally different location now, too.
Is
Puff going to hitchhike?
He doesn't know where you are. Mama JF is taking very good care of Puff, okay? They're on a farm upstate. Like, it's okay. It's fine.
After a couple hours and...
He killed me!
And they're like little circles, you know, like
I was
sushi
sad
kind
for
of.
not being dead.
Basically.
It made me very sad.
So let's try if we can like, get all of this plastic foil, whatever this is, off. Instead of trying to squeeze it out like a complete asshole. I know I got scissors. Hold on. Yeah, let's try this again, folks. We got some fucking scissors. Get a little snip. Just kind of peel it. See, that's a bit cleaner, isn't it? I should have done that in the first place. It's all good, though. So we got our cream cheese.
Yes.
And we're going to add some ingredients to it to make it yes, please.
Yeah, there you go.
And we're going to throw some garlic powder in there.
There's something weird about his audio where his audio, like, spikes all of a sudden and then goes back down.
Just a little bit of garlic powder. That'll give it a nice flavor. And then we're going to throw in some onion. A little bit of onion. That's enough onion, and a little bit more. I don't want to use the whole thing, but that should be enough.
You know, I think if anyone did try to wrangle Josh, I think he would just like, you know, be oppositionally defiant and just push back against anything he's told to do. I don't think he can be wrangled. I think if you tell him something, if you tell him you think he should do something, he's not going to do it. You have to like almost trick him into thinking it was his idea to do it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are like that. It is what it is.
He's the worst like it. It is what it is, but I digress.
But I need a pinch more. You know? There we go. That's looking nice. Looking very nice. All right. I don't want too much onion because I don't want that to be like the main focus.
Be like, you know what, Josh? That was such a great idea you had about using a tripod for your cooking videos.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Let me help you set that up.
Yeah. Jesus.
Because I didn't even think about it myself, but then you said it that one time. Do you remember? Oh, you don't? Yeah, you said it. I think you were drunk or something.
You seemed really into it at the time, man. Like, super into it.
Just enough to where it's there and you can taste it, you know? I do like onions, though. Okay, so let's... Next... what are we doing next? For like a little bit of color, we're going to add some cilantro.
I don't know if he would listen to Ozzy, but he would listen to the people at Tactical Soap. That's like his religion.
That's true.
If he got like a fake letter from like the CEO of Tactical Soap or whatever telling him,
right? Yeah.
Cobra, we need you to use a tripod when you do your food hacks, okay?
Yeah. Especially whenever you're chilling Tactical Soap, like you got to get that real steady shot, man. So here's a really good tripod, blah blah blah. Like that might work, maybe. There's a lot of conditionals on that, though. You know, I don't know.
Not open. I'll have to open that up.
Dude, he's dropping like $200 on an order of Tactical Soap.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
Just for a little bit of color, we're going to add some cilantro.
You know, it's so funny. I have a friend who actually met Ozzy when he was a little kid because his dad was a pretty popular radio DJ here in the Seattle area. And so when he was a kid, he met all these mostly rock stars when he, because of his dad. And he was on the show like a week ago. We had him in here, and he showed me the picture of him with Ozzy when he was a little kid. It was kind of funny.
That's pretty dope. I mean, that's cool. Like, no hate on that, man. That's pretty fucking rad.
What is he doing? All right.
I don't know.
The concept of spices is like a couple shakes. That's how spices are. Like anything that comes in like a shaker is supposed to be used in moderation. That's why it has like a shaker,
Yeah. God damn it. Cobra. I mean, it's one of I can't get over the fucking shaker of cilantro. Like, just buy some fucking cilantro.
Yeah, and
like
chop it up really fine if you want it fine.
It's right up there with garlic. Like, garlic is fucked. Absolutely fucked.
You mean garlic?
Garlic in a jar.
Oh no.
Yeah, it doesn't taste like garlic. You get like 5% of the flavor of what you're actually like trying to get going.
Usually I'll use fresh garlic, but I've used garlic powder, and that works pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Like, but that's like a spice. You know? It's not the same.
That's what we got with working with.
Oh my God! Look at that.
So far, that's looking.
It's all just fat and spices.
Nice. We're gonna add some more ingredients to it, and I think the next couple of ingredients are gonna be more tasty in some people's eyes. Bacon bits.
Oh my God, he is going to use a whole jar of bacon bits. Watch.
Yeah.
Look at it. And this is also in a shaker jar. Why doesn't he he's too lazy to like buy a pack of bacon and just cook up some bacon?
Yep.
Make it rain, bacon bits, bitch. Fuck off,
just open the whole thing and just dump the whole thing in, man. Fuck it.
So like 2 containers of bacon bits.
He's making pinwheel sandwiches.
Goes back in there.
I think. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Oh my God.
Like I said, this is a really easy to make snack.
You know how expensive this is?
Like so insanely. And he fucking actually popped the top, and then he's still shaking it in his hand. Just dump the whole fucking thing in. If that's what you're gonna fucking do, like, whatever.
He's one of the few people that, with his eating habits, the way he cooks, he would probably save money eating out. Because they wouldn't pour like a whole like can of ingredients into his meal and then waste it. Because this is gonna sit out on his counter all night. He's going to eat it tomorrow.
Yep.
Wheels are.
Absolutely.
Like little tortilla shell sandwiches.
Little
tortilla spirals, whatever you want to call it. Repeat as followed. I like how else could we make this more delicious? Because right now it's looking pretty good.
Is it?
Is it, though?
That would be nice for a filler.
Is it really?
I did say we have some other ingredients. Some bacon up.
This is not. This is cooking oil.
In a jar. This is artery clogging good shit right here. So we're gonna put.
Oh my God.
About that much in there, you think?
Wow, dude. Absolutely not.
Nope. A little bit more.
No.
We don't need a whole lot of that stuff because we're going to also add country crock to it for extra flavor.
Country crock?
And like
for extra flavor?
Yeah.
It's like whipped vegetable oil made to look like butter. That's what it is.
Yeah, we're going to add veggies to it and make it healthy.
Make it healthy. That ship has sailed.
Pickles.
Long time ago,
and,
Bubba.
Some lunch meats. Country crock original. Going in. Yeah. Dab of that on there. Another dab like
so
that.
Normally pinwheels are really simple. They're like ham and cheese. And maybe some like mayo in them.
Right. I mean, sometimes cream cheese, like, they make kind of like their own spread and everything. But
not two whole sticks of them.
Not this. This is insane.
Yeah. It's not a dip, guys. It's a pinwheel. It's like a sandwich wrap. They're like little circular sandwich wraps. He even has like a dining room table and shit.
There's already like so much goddamn fucking bacon grease in there that.
Yeah, I mean, this is a glow up. This is definitely a glow up for Cobes, which is great.
He doesn't share a wall with any other people. It's he can't get evicted. From what I understand, people are saying that they think Clint owns the trailer.
Maybe. I mean, that's the best case situation for Cobes.
Well,
right?
There's a room in there where he's allowed to smoke. There's one room he's allowed to smoke in, and that sounds like a Clint bargaining pact right there.
Right. Yeah, man, I think that's probably exactly what it is. So, I mean, fuck, whatever. But good for him.
Now we need 2 more ingredients for our mix. Some mozzarella cheese. Just sprinkle of that in there. This bowl is looking pretty delicious. Just by itself, it'd be pretty dank, but we gotta use it for our...
By itself? Yeah, you could just eat that like a stew.
Yeah. Please don't.
Tortilla, how you say it, tomato.
Someone in the chat just said, I wonder if a Clint rule is not invite now. Well, she hasn't shown up yet, has she? He's been living here for like almost 2 months now.
I was wondering about that myself, actually. It was like, okay, so he's got his own place with plenty of space.
Yep.
How long until Jessica comes and moves in with him? Like, or is that like nixed by Clint? And I hope so, because that would be great.
Joshy!
Although, don't get me wrong, it would be highly entertaining if she did move in, but I don't actually want that for him.
No,
because I do care about Cobes.
Sharp cheddar cheese.
The way it went down last time she was there, that was just not good. Not a good scene.
It was entertaining. That's all I got.
That rustic cut's a bit thicker, so we don't need too much of that.
Thicker than a Snicker.
Perfect. Because there is always so much fucking cheese in there that it's like, okay, let me one more little pinch. There we go. There's already got the cream cheese in there, you know. And now, here comes the fun part. Dude and doo-doo, we gotta mix it. All the cheese.
It is not going to work well. First of all, mixing something in a bowl that's almost completely full is disastrous.
It doesn't work very good.
No.
Not only that, but like everything is cold.
Mm-hmm.
You know, no.
And you see how like quick this is to make. That looks really unhealthy, but that's going to be going in our.
He always says that. That's like a good thing for him.
Paste for our pinwheels.
Stop. Hold up. Sit still. Oh my God! There's no justification for using 2 whole sticks of cream cheese. You don't even need one. You need like a quarter of 1 stick.
Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna taste anything but cream cheese at this point.
Yeah,
that's just gonna be cream cheese.
Forever to mix up though, because I didn't let the cream cheese thaw out a bit. And then I might need to add more cream cheese to it.
No! No!
You really don't. You really don't. You don't have to do that.
But I definitely think these are turning out pretty dank once it's all mixed
They're coming
together.
out pretty dank. Got some Lucraine.
Yeah, we're definitely going to need more cream cheese if I can get this all broken up into pieces. And cream cheese needs to thaw before you mix it.
So why didn't you do that?
It's like fucking solid. So just gonna take the fork and I guess work it in there. Chop it up. Mix the cream cheese with the bacon bits and the grease and the butter.
I heard Russia's gonna invade Ukraine next.
Oh my God.
No, I might need to fucking
for their delicious
add more
cheese.
cream cheese. I'm not sure, but it's right now. I'm just gonna like get all this cream cheese chopped up as best as I can.
But they're gonna try and avoid the Serengeti because it gets pretty rough over there.
Oh God, damn it, Ben.
The Serengeti.
The Serengeti desert, yeah,
and
sure.
then I'm gonna stir it to bloody around.
That's what he called Sargento cheese. Serengeti.
Oh, no, you're right. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
These ingredients to clump together one giant, like...
Somebody said I tried a slice of Elvis's favorite. I tried a slice of Elvis's favorite sandwich recently. Didn't taste too bad. Yeah, the
peanut butter and banana,
fried peanut butter and banana sandwiches, fried in lard, and you can get them at Graceland. And I've had them a bunch because I have to go to Graceland at least once a year. And yeah, they're dope. They're real fucking good.
Never made pinwheels before, but I've seen enough how-to videos. I get the basic idea.
Sweet Boys and Papa Jeff, an easy breezy 103 in Vegas today.
Damn.
Still hot enough to turn Cobes into a puddle of cream cheese, Steel Reserve, Mountain Dew, Tactical Soup, and Wendy's.
Tactical Soup.
Even a complete retard like me can make them.
Some Tactical Soup.
And I already know what my fucking trolls are gonna text me on the burner numbers. Way to ruin.
Wow, that goth guy's broth smells great.
Pinwheels, you fucking retard. And it's like, hey man, thanks for watching my cooking video, you dumb piece of shit.
Wow.
Damn.
Everyone out there, if you have not yet liked the stream, please give the stream a big fat like. Thank you.
I think whipped cream cheese would have been a bit easier to work with, but what do you do?
How about a lot less cream cheese? That would have been easier to work with.
Yeah, we need a little bit more cream cheese. I want all that bacon and that cream cheese to just stick together.
It looks like fucking like dog food. Like,
yeah.
Luckily we have a couple more backups.
Oh no! He's adding more cream cheese.
No, come on, dude.
He's like, luckily I have a backup, and he pulls out more cream cheese.
Why? What the fuck?
He's calling for backup.
So I'm not sure how these pinwheels are going to turn out. Like I said.
You're not sure now? I could have told you
Condor.
right at the beginning.
Gondor calls for aid. Will the Luke Crane answer? Jesus Christ.
But going to barbecues, pinwheels make for like a great party food.
Oh my
Scoop
God!
on in, whole fucking container.
Yeah,
Let's go.
whole thing. Fuck it.
Your pussy smells like cream cheese.
Oh, Cobra, make that white stuff come out again.
Hey! Make that white stuff come out again.
It wasn't quite all of it, but I just took a little nibble for myself.
He's making the white stuff come out again.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Stuff in the container is a lot easier to spread.
So your mom said.
It looks so gross.
I just want to know what the fuck he's gonna do with it.
He's gonna try to roll it up into some tortilla shells.
But it's not gonna work well. Oh, I really hope he films like the attempt of rolling this shit.
He does.
An electric mixer of some sort. It would go a lot quicker, but I'm not complaining. This is, put a little bit of elbow grease in there. Becomes.
There's enough grease in it already, buddy.
Labor of love. I don't have to let that thaw out a bit, because I don't think it's spreadable. And I think I should have gotten whipped cream cheese. That would have made this process go a little bit quicker.
Whipped?
Cobb's new concoction wouldn't make it through a sewage treatment plant.
Exactly.
Yeah, they'd have to close it down and like do that thing for like drainage pipes, so they like attach a chain to a tire and use a truck.
Look at that.
They'd have to do that on the. I know.
It's like so stuck to his spoon in like a big clump.
I know.
Let's now try a little bit of that batter and see how it tastes.
Batter? He called it batter. He's gonna say it's good.
Yeah, that's good batter.
Batter?
Batter?
That's really good, yeah, I'm liking the
Hey, batter.
How is that a batter? Are you gonna bake it?
Now I need to put tortillas in. You couldn't spread it like that, but it's just gonna be a little bit thicker, I guess. That's not half bad.
It's not
liking the
half
combination
bad.
on that.
It's all bad.
It's all
So now
bad.
we need a couple more ingredients.
This is not good.
We're gonna need our lunch meat. We got some salami, some pepperoni, some honey ham. Some tomatoes, some pickles, and some lettuce.
Why?
Lettuce, pickle, and a little bit of tomato.
Tomato.
Yeah.
Tomato.
Of course, our tortilla shell.
Tortilla
and it's
shell.
Straightforward. Take a tortilla. You're gonna layer it with some of the mixture that I just concocted. Spread it on. You like about that much at the end of your tortilla blank. And then very thinly layer on like some lunch meats, a little bit of lettuce, a little bit of tomato, a little bit of pickle. Then we're gonna roll it like a doobie and fucking Press it down, wrap it in the plastic wrap. So it's concealed, and then we're gonna put a couple of those in the fridge. Let them get cold for a couple hours. If I run out of batter, it is what it is. If I run out of tortilla,
it is what it is, but I digress.
I got batter for later, so there you go.
But I
as long as it stays in the
digress.
fucking fridge, it'll be fine.
Will it though?
That's the mission. Flour tortilla burritos.
Those are the giant burrito tortillas for like a big, like California style burrito.
Yeah.
So we're on a mission to make some bomb ass pinwheels. So I'm hoping these will roll a lot smoother than that mixing process went. Very carefully, check one out. We got our cutting board right here. Oh yes. Oh yes, yes, YouTube. Pinwheels. So now I got our tortilla. And grab a little dollop of our shit here and just...
Of our shit! Okay, you're right. Finally, you were real about what it is. It's not batter. It's shit.
It's just shit.
Yeah.
It's just shit, dude. It's just shit. Well done.
It's not spreading very easily, but you know what? I digress. I don't give a fuck.
But you know what? I digress. He doesn't even know what that means. He just said I digress in place of like saying I don't care.
Yeah. It sounds smart. It sounds smarter than I don't know or I don't care. You know?
But it doesn't mean I don't know or I don't care.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely correct. It's not what it means.
Yep.
Fuck.
I did mix all like I said, the butter and the bacon grease.
It's not butter.
So we'll do as many tortillas as we can with our batter here. It's practically like a cheesy cookie dough. It's just the consistency, if I could describe it.
A cheesy cookie dough.
But these are like pinwheels, and they're like super easy to make.
Are they?
We'll see.
That's our first
I
one.
want to see the final product. You know, I want to see if we can actually pull this off.
That batter is exquisite. Now we're gonna make it look pretty. Got some salami. It doesn't want to fucking come open. Oh wait, it's got to peel.
He has a lot of trouble opening containers.
I have noticed.
Fuck off with it.
Fuck off.
It's child-proof. Oh my god, he just like tears it open.
Yahtzee.
I guess it doesn't matter because he's gonna use it all anyway.
Yeah, the entire fucking package.
Get the other one open too. These are from the Gallows Salami Company. And then the honey ham is from Hillshire Farms Go Meats. Get these fucking meats open.
I mean, is this really how you make pinwheels? Because like it seems like pinwheels,
pinwheels are very simple. You basically.
It would make sense. Do you use the tortillas like he's doing, or what?
You do. You do normally use like a flatbread, like a tortilla.
Okay.
and you just use like basic sandwich ingredients, and you make a pinwheel version of like a ham and cheese sandwich, or you know, like a turkey club pinwheel, or whatever, like that kind of thing. Like an Italian. You ever had like an Italian sub? That would probably make a good pinwheel.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Sure. Damn, I might have to order some fucking DoorDash.
He's like biting the package open and like spitting out the plastic. I heard him. He can't open it a normal way. He won't use scissors. Like he either just claws at it until it tears open, or he'll use a pocket knife in the most dangerous way possible. He'll like cut like towards himself with it.
I've seen him do that shit. It's fucking terrifying. I'm like, dude, that's no. Please don't do that.
They got it open. You know, the Hillshire Farm shouldn't be that hard to open up. Just peel the lid off. Go meats, motherfucker. So which one we're going to do first?
So he's going to use 3 whole packs of cold cuts.
Ooh.
On this one, in this one.
Probably the,
I don't know.
The ham first. It's just like a sheet, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
When you're wrapping these, you want a nice, even consistency. You don't want to overstuff it.
You already overstuffed it.
Get that ham out. And if these turn out delicious, I'll let you know. Maybe you'll have guests going ham on these, you know what I'm saying?
Get it? Going ham, get it?
Kind of like, just take the ham and drape it. And like I said, this is a super easy snack to make. It doesn't require a whole lot of thought. You just throw whatever you want to throw in there. And, you know, and it doesn't have to be neat and pretty. I'm trying to like peel off slice by slice, but it's not having it. You know what? It's just going to get rolled up and eaten, so it really doesn't matter.
True.
And do like a little thin layer of it. Like that. So maybe like a little bit more right in there.
He also nibbles on it the whole time he's making it. And that's why he doesn't eat it right away, because he's already full from like eating the ingredients while he's making it.
I know. It's fucking infuriating. Somebody else is mentioning that when he was making the slop, the big bowl of slop, he kept licking and sucking on the fork and then sticking it back in. Yeah. Fucking going for it. Son of a bitch.
And like I'm leaving like a lip so it doesn't like overlap or layer too much.
Alright.
And we got our salami, a couple pieces of that.
Jersey Mike's or Togo's?
I've never had Togo's.
Jersey Mike's is alright.
Yeah.
And squish all it down. Delightful.
Delight.
Some lettuce and some tomatoes and some pickles.
Yes, please.
Delightful.
And you get that lettuce
Cobra's
open.
Culinary Delights.
And just do like a little bit of lettuce all over the top of it. You don't need a whole lot. Again, you don't want to overstuff your pinwheels. And they become a pain in the ass to roll. So like just for a little bit of a healthy side of it, like I said, add a little bit of veggie to it, not a whole lot, just a little bit. Nothing too crazy with it, because you gotta have room for the rest of our ingredients.
Damn it. Making me so fucking hungry. God damn it.
Alright, we got some of these circular Vlasic pickles.
Fat check.
And so I'm gonna put a couple at the end here. So that when we roll it, it'll like have like a fucking swirl effect, I guess. That's what we're going for. Yeah, so why not throw in a couple of pickles in there? Pickle Rick!
Don't do that.
Just for a little bit of acidity. Now we need tomato.
Tomato.
Get open, you wink. These cute little cherry tomato things. What the fuck are these, huh?
Yeah.
Take the handle of the fork that we're using to mix everything. Actually, I should just go grab a fucking knife. Hold on. Grab a butter knife. I want to take these little tomatoes.
He's trying to cut a tomato with a butter knife.
And cut it in half.
I mean,
and cut it into pieces. Just little.
No, you need a better knife, like a better like serrated knife.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to age restrict the video for the foul language and the drinking. They're like, that's completely unnecessary. And I'm like, it's perfectly necessary.
What?
I don't know. God damn it.
Okay, so that's part one.
It's perfectly necessary, Tomes. All right.
Here's part two.
So here's part two. I got the pinwheel rolled up, but I put too much ingredients in there.
No! What? You
No
put too
way.
much ingredients in there? What?
No way. No way.
So you can see where the shell tore a little bit. It is what it is.
But I digress.
So I took this plastic wrap and just started stretching it.
Ooh, stretch it out real good,
The thing and using
Cobra.
the plastic wrap to mold it.
Everyone, please like the stream if you haven't already. It's very helpful if you like the stream. Thank you so
a
much.
burrito-like shape. Go like that. So I'm going to try to save this. Again, I've never made pinwheels before, so I think next time I'll use less.
So here's a tip. Look up a recipe and only use... No, he didn't. There's no recipe for bacon grease and 3 sticks or like 2 sticks in a tub of cream cheese.
True.
And like all the other random shit. Like the tomatoes and the lettuce and the salami, like that kind of stuff, sure.
Right.
He probably should have used sliced cheese rather than shredded cheese.
I gotta agree with Chad. He cobes it up, you know? He
Which
went
means
hardcore cobes.
he fucked it up. He ruined it.
I mean, if you want to be a hater about it, I guess. Yeah, sure.
Ingredients on the like the meat and all that, and the lettuce and. But the dip I used to make it was
the dip. So now it's a dip. First it was what was it? Batter.
It's batter. Yeah.
And then it was shit, which was true, and now it's dip.
I made some dip.
Really good. So we're gonna stick this in the fridge for a couple hours while they get the cheese in there will solidify, and later on tonight I will unwrap it and try to cut it into slices. So yeah, I made a pretty massive pinwheel. Maybe in hindsight I probably should have used 2 burritos to make it. Or shells.
Oh, you shouldn't have used all that gross shit. Like, usually it only has like one type of sauce on it, and it's like mayo, or like if you're making it's whatever sauce you put on a sandwich. A pinwheel is just like a wrap version of various types of sandwiches. That's all it is.
Sure. I do love how he was like trying to. So this is an experiment for him, but he was like, yeah, you know, you can make this if you're having company or going to a barbecue. But I like, you don't know. You don't know. You haven't made it yet. Like, God damn it. I have a problem with people. I have a problem with people talking like they're experts and then they fuck something up. Like, stay in your lane.
It is. There's where it tore. So yeah, I think next time use less of the meat and the...
No!
You know, but if this actually...
Use less cream cheese. Don't use cream cheese. I guess if you're making if you're making a Philly cheese steak pinwheel, then use cream cheese, but use a little.
Sure, very little bit. Yeah, it's like, I guess I just too much meat. No, dude, it wasn't the meat. It was everything else. God damn it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I might have to, like, save a section of that. I don't know if I'll be able to, like, save that, to be honest. So I might only get, like, maybe 2 solid ones out of it. I don't know. We'll see, man. If I can get at least 2 to 4 pinwheels out of my first time making these, that'll be cool. And that plastic wrap was being a pain in the ass to tear off, as typical plastic wrap is.
Oh, is it the plastic wrap's fault?
Fucking bloody cutters.
It is, yeah. It was a plastic wrap. I was talking with him.
I wonder if he screamed at it.
I put up the ingredients because that was nerve-wracking when it tore. I was like, son of a bitch. So I'm like, well, you know what? The cream cheese spread decently enough. If I would have just stuck to like half of the shell with the less of the ingredients kind of thing, you know. But we're gonna see if we can make a giant pinwheel.
What else he's got?
And cut. And once after like
what is in that tub?
Several hours.
Oh, is that the shit that he made?
Just chilling out in the fridge. You take a knife and you unwrap the plastic wrap and you fucking chop it into sections.
Got gravy.
And then they come out like that. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. No, what was in that bowl was what was left that he couldn't fit into that log of pinwheel thing, and it's just gonna sit in there forever. I'm really upset about this.
He's gonna make another one. Look, second attempt.
Those tomatoes are a mistake.
There's no audio to this video. That's weird.
He really should have just sliced the baby tomatoes. Yeah, no.
If there wasn't that layer of shit, it might be okay.
Maybe?
It's the weird layer of shit that makes it gross.
There's a lot of things that make it gross. And that is not. No, dude.
Oh my God.
What do you think you're doing, dude? No. Why?
I wonder why his audio isn't on. Does he not realize that it's not on?
No, Cobes is making me upset with this right now.
He should stop cooking.
I mean, you know, like if he, so I'm assuming this is the second one that he's trying to make, or maybe it's the first one. I don't know, but like, layer your fucking tortillas. Like I've had to do that with burritos, where I was like, oh shit, I made way too much shit, you know, for this burrito. That you just use 2, and you just make it a bigger burrito. But like that's not a pinwheel. That's
a shit burrito.
Yeah, it's a shit burrito. It's just a burrito full of bullshit. I'm really upset about this. I don't like this at all. Very unhappy.
Now he's going to let it ferment on his counter overnight.
Yeah. Gotta let it thicken up.
He's going to use some turbo yeast on it.
There you go. That's what you should do.
Look at him. He cannot use plastic wrap.
I'm so happy.
It's still connected to the box. It's like most people.
I think this is his first one. Yeah. God damn, dude.
It says Pinwheel Second Roll is the name of the video.
Wow, he just really cannot.
Now he's using scissors.
Yeah. Oh my God. This is a lot. This is a whole lot.
All right. Before we get into the next part of the Cobra content, I'll play your video that you sent me.
Oh, yeah. It's in slow motion.
Why?
Because Matt filmed it in slow motion for when she fucking hits me.
Yeah, they have like a whole wall of BDSM tools to use on you there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like, all right, stick your ass out like you're twerking. This happens more than once, and I gotta tell you, because she was so fucking short, she never just got my ass.
She got your sack?
She got my fucking sack with every single fucking hit, dude.
Hold on, let's see. Oh, dude.
Right my fucking balls, dude.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I hear Jabba laughing. Whoa, 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 whoa.
I went out with Shanny. Oh.
Yeah, it's bacon again. Heck yeah. Whoa.
This one was the fucking worst. This one was the absolute worst.
This is...
Yeah, that was fucking painful, dude.
Whack!
Whoa, right in my fucking nuts.
That's ridiculous. All right, we're back to Cobra.
What's up, YouTube? So we're going to show you how to play a really cool drinking game.
A really cool drinking game. All right, I'm in. I didn't know Cobra had a chess set. Man, I'm learning new things all the time. Do you think Cobra has ever played chess on that chess set?
We got some space on the old table here. How do you play this drinking game, you ask? Set the camera down. Now the camera is out of arm's length. I'm going to have to like reach to grab it. So that's perfect space. It's called lighter bowling. Take a lighter. You can use as many lighters as you want and set up a bunch of pins, if you will.
If you will.
And you take a coin and you want to spin it like that, but you want to spin it towards the lighter and knock it down. Pretty straightforward.
But I digress.
You can use whatever size coin you want. I tend to use a quarter because it knocks them down better. But you can want to make it more challenging. You can use pennies too if you want. So before we crack open this beer, I'm going to have to knock the lighter down with the quarter by spinning it into the thing. Just like that.
Okay. Great game.
Every time you knock down a lighter, you take a shot.
Every time you knock down the lighter, you take a shot. Did he just make this up? Has anyone ever heard of this game before?
Set the lighter back up. No, lighters are not toys. But do they have to be dead or alive lighters? No, they do not. It does not matter. But it's a great way to recycle dead lighters too if you don't want to throw them away and create land waste.
Okay. And environmentally sound Cobra.
I've seen like people do the drinking games where they like bounce the ping pong ball into the cup, so it's got a similar aesthetic to it.
A similar aesthetic.
But I don't think he saw it from this angle. So we're gonna have to like switch it around a bit. Get up on that bowling action. I'm gonna have to use what I was using the proper left. I don't think that's doing it. Okay, 1 second. So I'm gonna spin the coin into the lighter. Pretty straightforward. 2 for 2. That's how you play lighter bowling.
All right, lighter bowling.
What now?
Cobra was playing a game called lighter bowling where he knocks over a lighter with a coin that he spins. Yeah.
What's up, YouTube? So we're gonna play another game of lighter bowling, but this
Somebody's
time we're gonna switch
lonely.
everything
What
back
the fuck?
and make it a bit more challenging. Because when I introduced you to it, that was a pretty short distance, but now it's gonna be across the table, so we got some actual distance here. Got a fresh beer. No, this one, it barely works. It don't matter. And this is the one we used in our last round. And it don't matter how you stack them. You can stack them like the holes facing each other, or you can stack them with the red sides facing each other like that.
This is one of the saddest things I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Set.
This is what he does for fun.
Now here we go. We got some distance.
I'm pretty sure he has a PS3. He could at least be playing that.
See what I'm saying? So this is going to be a bit further to spin, so you actually got to work for it if you really want. Like, the lane has been set. Scooch the candlestick holder back so you can snack and stack.
Snack and stack.
Angle of that.
I just want to give this dude a fucking hug. He's so sad and lonely.
I don't think he's lonely because he chooses to be alone.
Keep switching it back until we get a proper view of it. If you didn't watch my last video, lighter bowling is a pretty straightforward, simple sport to play. It does not require a whole lot of thinking, and that's what makes it fun, is it's easy to play when you're hammered. Perfect angle. The goal of lighter bowling is to take your coin, it could be a penny, whatever, and spin it.
I'm looking at the floor plan for Cobra's home right now. And there's 2 bedrooms. Or I'm sorry, 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms.
Boy.
Yeah. And right now
that's a nicer house than my house only has 1 bathroom. What the fuck?
He's in the dining room just off of his kitchen right now.
Oh.
Like that. But you want to spin it and flick it at the lighter so it knocks them down like bowling pins. And every time you knock the lighters down or the lighter down, you take a shot. Pretty straightforward. Now this one's got some distance. This is more of a challenge.
Huh?
Not quite.
Not a sponsor.
What the fuck?
See, there we go. That's more of a challenge.
Yeah, here it is right here. Here's the floor plan.
Okay.
So his kitchen sink is on an island.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, he has
That's pretty badass.
He has his own laundry room, so there's a washer dryer hookup. Yeah.
Doesn't use them a lot, but you know.
He has a walk-in closet in the master bedroom.
Cobes unironically has a nicer house than I do. I mean, I've got a really big yard and I've got a garage. So, I mean, there's that, but like the internals, well, it's pretty nice. My house is really old though. Mine was built in like the 50s.
I mean, this is a trailer. I don't know how old it is, but you know. He's hitting his chess pieces. He's not very good at lighter bowling.
I'm gonna miss, too.
But this makes it more of a challenge than having it so close. This would be a proper game of lighter bowling. Let's take it up a notch.
Take it up a notch.
So fucking bloody close to knocking those lighters down. If it would have ricocheted off... Having it ricochet off the glass chess piece is kind of cheating, but...
I did make myself a Coke float, so...
Oh, yeah.
Just a little one. Hell yeah.
Have you ever heard of a Boston cooler? You ever heard of one of those?
That sounds familiar, but I don't remember what it is.
It's funny because it's called a Boston cooler, but it originates from Detroit. It was founded in like a soda fountain on Boston Avenue or whatever in Detroit.
Okay.
And what it is it's ice cream and Verner's ginger ale mixed together.
Okay.
So it's a ginger ale float, basically.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah. I've tried it. I like root beer floats better, but it was still good. I mean, it's ice cream and soda, you know.
Yeah.
It's more or less meant to be like a stopper so it doesn't go like flying off the table and I'm flinging it. Oh, we got one. And I got the other one. See, now that's how you play lighter bowling.
Good job, Tubes.
Like I said, the glass chessboard is just using it to stop the quarter from flying off the table completely. And you can use whatever coin you want. And you can play this game with non-alcoholic beverages too, like
21 and up.
Whatever, you know, it's a kind of a mundane way to waste time and like bullshit, you know. Set those ladders up again.
But I digress.
Now the pinwheels are in the fridge. I managed to roll five of them ready to be cut up, just in case the first one I fucked up on breaks. I had to add another container, like a little plastic container of the cream cheese to mop up all the bits in the bowl.
To mop it up.
So that none of it went to waste, and they're all sitting in there in the fridge.
I mean, they can still go to waste in the fridge.
So, tomorrow,
True.
the next day, I'll take them out, unwrap one, and I'll slice it into pinwheel slices and see if it slaps. But what do you people think? I think this would be a more proper way to play lighter bowling.
According to Zillow, this place cost $42,000.
That's pretty fucking affordable.
Yeah, I mean, like, location is part of it, and it being a trailer is also part of it.
Right.
So
put some distance on it so that way it's not, you know what I'm saying, like... The first video was just to show you how it basically works. But now if you get good at it enough, maybe you can get a strike. Oh, just like that. That was a sweet shot, folks. Steer, right?
someone asked how much land. There's almost no land. There's like a very small yard space, and then there's like a concrete like driveway area, and then there's like a tool shed.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much all of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's in a trailer park, so there's not a lot of like land.
Lighter bowling.
Again?
No, it doesn't matter what coin you use, but you definitely want to give your pins some distance. This is a regular sized table, as you can see, so that way you know it's a bit of a challenge. If I get another strike, I will chug that beer right there. How's that sound, YouTube? And if you like lighter bowling, hit the like, subscribe for more. And if you want to see me do lighter bowling with stronger shits, maybe actual shots, we might be able to work on that. And if you want to see me add more lighters to it and use smaller coins.
I think he created this game and he thinks it's like gonna be the next big thing.
That's why we have the chessboard there.
Obviously.
Spinning around like a madman.
Magneto was right.
Which
This is
part?
a really great way to fucking play drinking.
I mean,
game,
yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
Are you hyped for Wolverine and Deadpool? Are you gonna watch that?
I mean, of course I'm gonna watch. I watch all of the Marvel stuff.
I haven't seen all of them, but I've seen most of the MCU movies.
I've seen every single fucking goddamn bullshit one.
There's some I've skipped, even though I have Disney Plus and I could watch them. I'm like, that looks bad. I'm not gonna watch it. So
nah, I watch all of them. I think maybe there's only one. I haven't seen what's it called? Echo. I haven't watched the Echo show yet. That's the only one. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I gotta be honest though, I'm not really that excited for it. Not really. Like, it's okay. Sure. I'm sure it will be fun, but I just don't really give a shit. I'll give a shit when
too woke for you.
Right. Yeah, exactly. No, I'll give a shit once they try and do a Fantastic Four movie. Then I'll try it out, you know what I mean?
I started doing it at a bar by myself.
Huh? He figured it out while doing it at a bar by himself, is what he just said.
Very depressing.
Oh shit, Smarty's in the chat. Hey, Smarty. What you doing tonight, Smarty?
I had that straight on the table and went whoop, and it knocked them both down. Well, put your money where your mouth is.
Oh, we'll watch the God's Not Dead trailer first, and then we'll see Kendall. Because Kendall got mad that we were talking about him last episode, even though part of the thing that we watched was him complaining about how we hadn't talked about him. So,
yay! So he's reacting to one of the episodes I'm on?
Well, he doesn't watch it, because that would require figuring out how to do that.
Carbonation makes it hard to chug.
I thought it was just like a shot, like a sip of beer, not just chug the whole beer.
But I digress.
I think he got frustrated because he was doing really bad at it, and he's like, "Nah, I need whole beer now because I'm pissed off." Fucking lighter bowling.
Okay, so we're gonna get we're gonna watch this trailer now. I have a quick video though that I wanted to play, and it's weird that I came across this video today because I was driving earlier today and Guns N' Roses came on the radio, and I was sitting there driving thinking like, man, you know what, Axl Rose, he has like kind of a weird, very unorthodox voice, but but he's hitting every note, and it doesn't sound horrible. You know, like he could hit every note. He had like a weird, unique quality to his voice, and I enjoyed it. I was a big fan of Guns N' Roses, but I came across this video of Axl Rose singing like, you know, recently because he looks old and out of shape and everything. He sounds like Mickey Mouse when he's singing.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. Check this out. Yeah, so.
Wow, dude. Well, so that's pretty fucking bad.
Yeah.
I mean, he's smiling. He seems like he's having a good time, right? Like, that's cool.
Oh, he's getting paid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, people will pay for nostalgia.
They created scarcity too. Like they just stopped. They had an unfinished album for like 25 years, and then it was called Chinese Democracy. They started recording it back in the 90s, and then they broke up and never finished it, and then like 6-7 years ago they came back and finished the album.
Welcome to the happiest place on earth. You're going to die.
Thank you. They finished the album and started touring again. Sometimes Slash will come back. I don't think Slash is like a regular member.
No.
I saw Duff McKagan playing bass there though. He was their original bass player. He's from Seattle. He used to be in a lot of those old school Seattle punk bands.
If you want to see somebody that's even worse than Axl there, Vince Neil.
Oh, I've seen Vince Neil live. I've seen Vince Neil live before,
Vince
like
Neil
by himself, not with Motley Crue. I saw him. He mostly only played Motley Crue songs though. Okay, here's this God's... If any of you remember 10 years ago, God's Not Dead, the movie, there's a sequel coming out. God's Not Dead, In God We Trust is what it's called. And here's the trailer.
If we ever forget...
And of course they open with Ronald Reagan.
...that we're one nation under God, then we will...
It's crazy. Like, Ronald Reagan, it was like... the President Jesus of the neocons, and they like rewrote his history to fit their agenda. He was very different than how they portrayed him.
And he was a fucking nightmare. I mean, he ruined every single institution of this fucking country.
Yes.
Like he is, as much as like Trump is a nightmare, Ronald Reagan was the worst president
He was very bad. He was more charismatic than Trump though. He was like more likable overall.
Be a nation.
Just by like his behavior is what I mean. Like he wasn't a like abrasive prick like publicly.
Under.
Now more than ever, Christians must realize that we are being called to deliver hope to a...
But yes, the trickle-down economics, that was a big part of Reagan's presidency. He was the president when I was born. So when I think of the president... Like, for some reason, the idea of him pops into my head first because he was the first person I knew of as the president.
So trickle-down economics is one of the biggest ones, probably had the biggest factor in fucking things up. He gutted schools.
He did do the amnesty thing, though.
What are you talking about?
A fact that a lot of neocons will deny was that Reagan granted a ton of amnesty to illegal immigrants.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he did do that. He fucked up the ability for colleges to regulate themselves. He is the reason for the expansion of the medical insurance state. Infathomable amount of like things that totally are gutted because of Reagan. Our mental health issues, homelessness, all of these could be tied directly to Ronald fucking Reagan. Expansion of powers. Yeah, piece of shit. Absolute piece of shit.
But the crazy thing was back then everyone was like, "Oh my God, he's so old. He's so old," because he was like in his 70s as president.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. And it's like not now we have way older presidents.
Country that's feeling hopeless. Faith begins where your comfort zone ends. We need to step out into that faith.
We're 6 weeks out from Election Day, and a lot of folks have lost hope in the future of our country.
We must maintain a wall of separation between church and state. Religion has no place in the public square.
Oh, by the way, dude, there's a Twin Peaks actor in this movie.
Ray Wise, I see him.
Yeah.
Once they bankrupt our country,
he's like a politician.
Will have complete control.
He does look like a politician, so that's actually good casting.
Yeah.
No wrong, Lord.
We need someone who can light a fire.
Yeah, I saw him 2 years ago at Seattle Comic-Con. They had a Twin Peaks panel, and he was on it. And he said when he had to act out the scene, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. When he had to act out the scene where he murdered his daughter, he said he felt like it was like so intense when it happened that he felt like terrible about it for a while.
Yeah, he had a little bit of a breakdown when he was told that his character was the killer.
Yep.
Yeah.
The voters.
The preacher. He helped on those education hearings.
I've been hired to manage your campaign for Congress.
But I guess, you know what I guess, though? You know what else they said? Sorry. They said they had multiple different people film the murder scene so that it wasn't clear to everyone at first who the murderer was.
Right. Well, and the thing too about Twin Peaks is that it was David Lynch's absolute intention to never tell us who actually killed Laura Palmer. He never wanted to reveal it, ever. Even if the show went on for like 9 seasons, we would never find out who actually killed her.
But then we find out technically it's Bob, right?
Yeah.
There's a supernatural element to it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Politician.
If you don't take on this fight, we could lose everything.
They found someone to run against you.
Scott Baio. Oh my God. They just showed Scott Baio.
My next guess is
Mike Huckabee plays himself in this movie.
This is gonna be a fucking blockbuster, dude. It's gonna make $300 million.
candidate for Congress. You're going to get a lot of questions about your faith.
Well, maybe people are looking for more spiritual and moral leadership.
Why is the singer for Nickelback in this movie?
That's the guy behind the God's Not Dead franchise.
I know.
In Washington.
You're making God
And then Dean Cain.
an easy target for them past
When's Gina Carano going to pop up?
Kevin Sorbo's in it.
God's not the target, Lottie. Our country is. God's just standing in the
Look
way.
at Scott. Newsboys. You know who the Newsboys are?
Yeah, god damn it.
They're like a Christian rock band. They do the God's Dead, God's Not Dead. Yeah, DC Talk. It's the same people. DC Talk was like, they did God is doing a new thing. You know, he's doing it. Yep. There you go. Can't wait to see it, right?
I'm not happy.
All right, here is.
I'm buying my tickets right now to God's Not Dead too.
Everyone, please like the stream. Help us get a little closer to this goal. It would be amazing if we could get to like 20-25% during this stream. Could really use it. The Patreon is kind of in a slump. I'm going to talk to some people about what cool content we can put together to help the Patreon this month. But yeah, if you would be so kind, toss us a couple bucks and go sign up for Patreon. And now we're going to watch Kendall's reaction. You ready for this?
I'm fucking stoked, dude.
I got a few things from Kendall. He's obsessed.
I'm kind of bummed that he didn't actually watch it, though.
No, he gets everything like third hand. Oh, you know what? He's live right now. I'm going to go say hi to him. He actually has me blocked, so I can't. Will you say hi to him for me?
Yeah. What's his channel?
Here, I'm gonna put it in the actual like stream chat really quick.
Okay.
So everyone can go to his stream. Tell him I said hi, okay? Tell Kendall. Don't call him Kendall because he has it blocked. He has that word blocked.
Was taking time away from his paneling.
Here he is. He's drawing. He's tracing art again.
That was a thing. That is a thing that existed. And then when they came home and all of that, it was okay. He got the scar over the eye, but he survived. And then afterwards, when they came home, that was when his father beat the ever-living shit out of his brother for what he did. That was one of the great beatings of the 1970s. How'd you like an arrow shot in your fucking head?
Huh? All right, here's one. Ben,
How about that, huh?
say hi to
How about
Alan
that?
too. Tell
I mean, how about
Alan that
that?
I said hi. Like tag
Especially when
him
you're
and
dealing
say
with people
that I
where
say
you
hi.
wonder whether or not they've ever.
I'm waiting for you
faced
guys to
any
start
kind of,
getting banned.
physical action or
I might
any
be blocked,
confronting
too.
any remotely
You might
athletic
be.
person in their entire life.
Glanderson
I wonder
Booper.
about that. Like our good friends, the Drunken Peasants.
Oh no, there you are.
And what they do.
And what they do. He's going to start talking about
And
us.
whether or not even the most moderately here today, I was feeling a little, generous and decided to do 2 videos today. And one of them was my regularly scheduled video, and then I actually had it set for one of those now where on YouTube.
Ask him why him and his dad had that meltdown the other day.
Then the video premiering to the public, and that's where
Somebody out there asked why him and his dad
had.
had their meltdown. Tell him it was
Also,
cool.
probably they probably didn't like the idea of either me with having my father in streams, or of course mentioning everything with Dennis Leary, because it just reminds them that they either are complete shitheads who their parents disown them, or they just have the kind of parents that are
never happened.
Intimidated by them, or no, not intimidated. They're depressed. Oh my god, that is what
I don't know. He makes up these things that he just assumes about us. He's like, oh well. Their parents disown them. It's like, what?
Ponder.
I can hear Alan getting mad in the background.
I started a joke. I believe that's what happened with the DP when.
Why does Alan have such a bad temper?
That their parents probably would sing. Realize that the joke was on me. Except I first heard that, and it's fitting. I first heard that song because
he gives out free medical information.
Zoolander.
Remember that?
I heard it. I'm pretty sure that was
I do remember that. Yeah.
We're here for the medical information.
The film was probably overcompensating for how. Yeah, you can ask my father what he thinks of the movie. He'll speak for the both of us in that one. There's another story about it, about what it was like him being taken to scene that. And what was the that it was the worst fucking piece of shit ever?
We need some free medical advice.
Right? Oh yeah, the Bee Gees did that. Well, I know, even though that was the first time I heard the song.
I do not believe his dad is a doctor.
The actual movie. I know that was. I mean, that was not the actual song for the movie. That had to be something else. And another thing I heard it in was, if you remember, the first teaser trailer for the Suicide Squad. That trailer was really dark and serious, and it had the last decade or so now. There's those whisper singing. I
think this channel might be woke.
That there, and they all that kind. And then the other trailers came in.
Ask him why he's so woke.
What the movie actually was that turned out. It was what happened with the 2015 Fantastic Four. That first trailer, which makes it look like
everyone's like Alan,
and it sounds like some kind of weird body horror movie.
Alan's like the lolcow that you get to have a meltdown. The way they troll Cobra into having meltdowns. Alan's like that. Why are you so woke?
What the director was going.
We want Alan.
And then the movie that was bastardized into by the producers and the studio heads, that came from all the other trailers there. Because
why are you
that
so
film
woke?
Is a fascinating,
Alan
fascinating
woke
failure.
Is this a woke channel?
The 2015 Fantastic Four.
Is
one of those things that you wonder about, how did this happen? How does this happen?
Give us Alan.
It's one of those
Bog Barfer.
If anybody remembers the Arsenio Hall show, which I believe was in first run syndication, back when that was still a real thing. Of course, Baywatch being the most watched TV show ever, and it bombed after a season and got canceled at NBC. Then Hasselhoff got the idea to buy up the rights to it.
I have to honestly wonder if his parents were first cousins or something.
Epic, all-time epic series. There we go, right there. Let's get another little bit right there.
Where's Alan?
Go and fixing that little ship right there.
Are your parents related?
Yeah. Get that little eye in place. This is the main crux. And now fix this little.
Are your parents related?
Eye
oh, people are getting banned now.
Still a little frustrated that
I got banned.
The Mario Brothers movie if you either go to Netflix.
Here we go.
Or if you pay for
it's
it,
Alan doing it. He's mad.
Amazon Prime.
Look at it go. Look at all these comments disappearing.
Oh, got that. Now I can still spot a few more.
They were brother and sister.
Out of the way. Oh, yeah, there we go.
Wow.
Get this cleared up.
They were brother
Just get those
and
last little
sister.
bits, those little vestiges. Of the
I wasn't
penmanship.
being mean at all. I was just offering to fuck Alan.
Yeah, you just said you wanted Alan.
Fire, 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 fire on my brain. Girl, I'm thirsty for you.
All right. So maybe we'll check in on him later.
So now we know what goes on tonight, or what's been going on tonight.
What? What's been going on? Hold on. Maybe he'll say
Getting
something interesting.
this up in here.
What? What's going on, Kendall? I
we got it.
quadrupled.
And well, Sir Ubi-san, nice.
I quadrupled your viewership, Kendall, and I'm gonna bring this up in the video that we watch, where you claim that your viewership isn't mostly just our people watching
Right
you.
here, right now. If you remember that song, we got them coming in there, baby. Real time, baby. Real time. This ain't no playback. I'm not
I
no
think he
Benzie.
signed it because he's gonna
Shut up,
quit.
Benzie. It makes my fucking skin crawl. I hate
How long
you
has he
so
been
much,
going for?
Jimmy.
Oh, he's been going for
I
over
hate
an
you with all
hour.
the power in my
Yeah.
body. Just take these two little babies twice before meals.
Okay.
They don't show up on any drug check.
All right. So,
Yeah.
oh, he's back on camera though. Damn, I
Me
just
out of the record books. And the
I just can't quit him, Kendall. I just can't quit you.
Jackass. I actually saw one of the pro comic artists I follow on.
Wow,
he's
you know
one
what,
of those that
Kendall? You
actually
talk
really
about us
still
all the time when we're not
experience
around.
comic artists that is
But
still
now
allowed
we're
to
here
work in
and
the
you're just
mainstream
you're being
is,
all quiet
Adam
like we're not
Kubert.
even there.
And
So
I saw
strange,
his most
man.
recent
So
post
weird.
that he was practicing some new artwork with a set he bought from, I believe that was like a Target.
All right, so
And it
I'll
was-
check
yeah,
back
he had
in
a
with him
set of,
this
like,
time
a
for
basic
real.
Ticonderoga.
We're gonna check out some of his videos. Here's one. Huh. Someone used some clever editing on this one.
Holler if you hear me. Now, well, with all the crap going on with the Drunken Peasants, that's been going on for about a year, at least it feels like a year. Now I can expect the ass wipes of Vosh's fan base to also be coming in here into the chats and the comments. They really spurred the fuck out when I brought in yesterday's video where I mentioned for all of the things about Dr. Disrespect, which do not have any actual evidence of that is hardcore that proves that he was
I'm pretty
doing
sure there is evidence. I mean, like his admission is evidence.
Yeah, I mean, and you know, it's Kendall is going to do the same thing all the rest of these dipshits do, which is, well, technically, you know, didn't go to jail, not prosecuted, so it's totally fine. Still creepy, still fucking creepy. Doesn't matter. You're still like defending really, really sleazy, shitty, gross behavior. That I'm sure Kendall's one of those people who like rants and raves about LGBT people. So, you know.
Anything inappropriate with a minor or messaging with a minor inappropriately. All we have is him saying that, yes, he messaged somebody who was a minor, but never specifically saying he was doing anything or sharing anything inappropriate or perverted. And, you know, innocent until proven guilty. Those
That's
kind
not
of basic.
true. That's not true, though. That's not true. He very specifically said that it got inappropriate. He very specifically said that it was inappropriate messaging. He was married at the time, too, because that TwitchCon that he went to, where he was trying to meet this underage girl, is also the one where he fucked somebody else, and that's what caused his marriage to fall apart. It's because he cheated on his wife. So it does stand to reason he was looking to get his dick as wet as fucking possible. So yeah, you know, this is just cope. And it's weird that you choose this to like be your hill to make a stand. It's bizarre.
While, on the other hand, a fat little creeper like Vosh has been confirmed with actual screenshots and photos out there of either him being a vile, verbally violent sex pest to women online, of him actively flaunting his lolicon, and of...
I don't think he flaunted it. I think he showed it by accident. That's why he went, oh, like that.
Uh-oh.
He was like, oh.
Of course, you know, he suffers allegations or suffers any kind of punishment of... oh, yeah, absolutely nothing. The fact that I don't care.
I mean, it's not illegal.
And the thing is, too, like,
So he's not gonna get like arrested for it or anything.
No, he won't. But it's, there was absolutely repercussions for it. Like, he got dragged fucking hard. And had a lot of shit, man. So
yeah.
If he was 80, the fact that anybody from the cast of Clue would die before Vosh, that shows you life is unfair. Vosh doesn't even so much as get maybe anything. Maybe he might get a little chafing on his dick from all that lolicon. Don't forget, the child he's probably got chained up in a basement somewhere that he shares.
I think this is a bizarre fantasy that you're creating with your mind, Kendall.
It feels like it. Yeah, this is way too specific and weird.
But there was a reason Destiny stopped talking to him long ago. Ouch. It's like with the Drunken Peasants. If the guy who gave you your podcast success, like the Amazing Atheist, is walking out on you and disassociating with you, and he was the guy who plied a schizophrenic woman with drugs to subject her to his BDSM fantasies, you must be fucked up. Even Charles Manson, if he saw Vosh's picture on Grindr, would go and swipe away.
So, like, this show has existed way longer without TJ than with TJ. So,
true. Yeah. Very true.
I don't get the comparison.
Criminal pervert creeps like Jeffrey Dahmer look at him and go, "I wouldn't fuck that guy with Ted Bundy's dick." While with Dr. Disrespect, if Twitch has all these...
He says so many random things. It's hard to even follow him.
It's been literally years that they've apparently this happened before and still didn't show any of this. The real issue is Twitch recording people's conversations. There has to be a law against recording stuff like that, whether or not
it's on their platform, so if they want to have a back end where they can read DMs, as long as it's in the terms and conditions when you sign up.
Right. You can't really complain about that kind of shit. Like, it's inane to fucking do that. Like, they chose to do this because it's in their best corporate, blah, 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 blah. Like, what do you want? Them not to have any autonomy over what goes on their platform? That seems so stupid. That's like baby-brained mentality.
Yeah.
These messages prove Dr. Disrespect to be a creep criminal or not. The fact that they had these and held these on for years, literal years, and still nothing. Yeah. Ohio State fans, when Ohio State gets a 3-star commitment. Oh, yes. The double standard there, because remember, Ohio State, much like Vosh and much like how YouTube treats Vosh, like how college football...
See, he's obsessed with me. He's talking about Ohio State because he knows I like Ohio State.
Right.
And now he's making a weird Ohio State Vosh comparison.
I don't know what it's supposed to do with anything, man.
I don't know.
Treats Ohio State or the SEC. They live on the rules for thee, but not for me policy. It turns out ring dings are real. I thought that was just like a made-up snack food that people made fun of to fat.
There's also ding-dongs.
They make fun of fat people. Yep. Would you like me to read out some of the comments from these Vosh apologists going in there? Someone who calls...
I just heard Alan go, like clear his throat.
Himself Manny Coon, which if I remember right was a character name from Kids in the Hall. 1, 2.
Maine Coon? I think that's a breed of cat, actually.
That's a breed of cat, yeah.
At Kids in the Hall, he's referencing his real father, Scott Thompson.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 comments he just left all in the last hour. I'd like to thank him for all of these comments. Oh, Manny Coon. Oh, I can't believe I didn't remember that immediately. It's that skit that Scott Thompson did where he's an artist.
Your dad?
And the skit is him talking about how now he's humping all these women. He painted tits. Green ones, blue ones, tits with 3 nipples. I painted all the tits in the video. Nick says, probably a DP fan since it's a Scott Thompson character name, obviously. Oh, yes, because they probably don't know who he is, but then they heard me in one of the videos responding to them.
Did I heard Kendall's talking about us? Let's see.
They came in and were trying to talk me. They were bringing up somebody in the chat was talking about how, oh, God, this guy's like a Razorfist's little brother. You actually take it as if that was meant to be an insult. When it comes to whatever it is I'd want to do with my channel, that is the most effusive comments that you can ever put up there. Although that's probably
Alan's in the chat
now. Whoever made that comment to say. I mean, that's why also in that same stream where they were talking about me, they also went and got all pissy. Mint Salad, a friend of theirs, who's also the big friend to Riley, who got arrested for trying to force his way into that Eric July RSVP.
Okay, dipshit.
Apparently
that entire thing was on video. He didn't try to force his way in. He just filmed it from the outside.
Better class of men to be around, but apparently not. This is the kind of woman who, her whole going viral thing was based off yelling into her webcam about Star Wars as her breasts are exploding out of her top.
Uh-huh.
With
I
all
thought
the
you'd
jiggle
appreciate
kicks as she
that.
puts them in there.
Based on your drawings.
At some points, she just randomly does an impression of my mom impersonating Sam Kinison, or of the way that Roseanne would sound when she would yell. Ah! 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 Ah!
Okay.
But I expect that with women like that who go and I'm surprised there have not been more women out there in the whole landscape of all this that have come and tried to pull some shit on me or do anything like that or try to do that. Man, really no. I did see one looking lady went out there and did something. We've got Lightning Sparrow in the chat.
Oh, there you
Lightning
go.
Sparrow there. Nice to see you around.
That's one of our people.
That's some people in here. I know right now that tonight I'm going up against, I think, it's a day ending in Y, so I expect that there is some Geeks and Gamers channel that is streaming right now. And because they stream about 23 hours a day.
Yeah, come talk to us,
They stream about 23
Kendall.
hours a day, and then also they do it across about 47 different channels. Then there's also Comics Division is having their big stream tonight too. One of their big streams, so there's that to think about.
Banned immediately.
But with all this time and all that talking, forgot to show you our Love's Labors 1 tonight with Amadio right here.
All right. God damn it. Back to this.
Mentioned Scott Thompson, Kids in the Hall. So now they're saying, oh, well, look at this guy. Or they're trying to say my mother had an affair with Scott Thompson and that I'm really the bastard son or whatever. But unlike Vosh, who already came from money, and
he looks a lot like Scott Thompson.
Yet gets all these little creepers that want to vicariously live through him, giving him all of the super chats and all the memberships and all that. I remember I Survive or Thrive based off your direct support. Unlike Vosh fans and Drunken Peasants fans, 6 Foot Sokka does actually have a job and a real work schedule. Well, the more disgusting and loathsome people that go after you in your comments section, that means then the more you're doing something right. I get more consistent traction.
Why do you block them all?
Or it's interesting to get more consistent traction and attention from these these stalking, spurging asswipes than from a lot of other people that are supposed to be on my side or whatever. Nobody likes Jimmy Buffett except for frat boys and alcoholic chicks from the South. Well, the few people either I or my father have known that were big Jimmy Buffett fans were guys that were in frats. And my mom also was a fan of his music. And, well, she is a drunk and she was raised in Georgia. So I do have actual empirical proof out there about fans of Jimmy Buffett being frat boys and alcoholic chicks from the South. Our friends at South Park were right on the money.
He's insane.
I did aqua tits because, that color I did from last night on the breast there, that was aqua I filled up. That's why I was saying earlier, when it comes to whatever private messages that it's either way, it's not a good look for Twitch. If Dr. Disrespect is guilty of illicitly messaging a minor privately and Twitch has been sitting on these messages for years on end, then they're also going to be guilty and they're going to have a lot of explaining to do legally for sitting on these messages for years on end. Now let's go on and get this.
Oh, Alan, we see you there.
Camera up and ready. So get back to what I know the ladies in the audience want to see, which is to look at me.
Alan.
So, right here, this is page 28 I did. Considering that it's got some full frontal nudity in there, we know it did not show that one. And then also finalizing concepts for doing the whatever would be the crowdfunding campaign. My father says here, my dad would get so drunk he would think he was on the toilet and he was shitting in his bed. Yes, you're drunk when you're shitting the bed, literally shitting the bed. I don't even have socks that don't have holes in them. How am I going to have CGC comics? That's it. From page 17 to page 28, the title characters are completely naked. There is an 11-page stretch of this comic where
he drew a picture of Eric July's comic character Yaira undressing, and it's one of the worst drawings I've ever seen in my life. It is terrible. I had it a second ago, but I don't remember where I put it.
That makes me so fucking happy, dude. That's so great.
We're gonna continue this video, but I wanted to show this to you. I can't remember if I showed this to you. I need to get a football jersey for this player.
What? How do you pronounce that?
I'm afraid to, you know, you got to know.
Yeah. How do I get into that private club? Well, you got to know.
Are fully nude. And you do see everything. And, well, I draw my women shaved is the expression. So I bet there'd be a lot of people out there that would like that because remember, I would say imagine 2001 A Space Odyssey and Barbarella.
I love these edits. All right, here's some more.
Holler if you hear me.
He's got some shit on his. I think he's having like a breakout.
Or it might actually be actual shit. It might
like
be
Alan uses his face to wipe his ass. Come here, son.
Yeah. Come here, you little shit.
And let's just say I decided to mix it up a little bit, and now here I am in my very own bathroom to do this, because, well, what goes on when you're in the bathroom is probably the best visual metaphor I can ever give you for the drunken peasants and what they do.
I mean, you're the one doing a video in the bathroom, not us, so I would think that's more of what you do.
Bro, he got us. He got us there so bad. Oh, God.
Because I saw that there they were going on and continuing to try and react to what I'm doing. But
we don't try, we do. We react to what you do.
I thought, well, remember what these gentlemen and the kind of guests that they really like the most will do. And that is that all they can do is try to go and start a fight, even though they couldn't fight the weight of a wet paper bag. They're the ones that want to go to a game of wits, even though all the time, anytime they try to go and have a little game of wits, they just take the pieces off the chessboard and start sticking them up their nose or to clean out their ears.
What?
Or
what does that even fucking mean?
I don't know.
They're putting them. And then there's also the idea of them trying to take any kind of stance of morals or ethics, or the idea of having any kind of fandom, and then put the blame and pass
morals and ethics. Like, I think it's inappropriate when 38-year-old men chat up, like doing sleazy, sexy fucking chatting with underage girls. You don't have a problem with it. I do. Don't come at me about morals and ethics, you fucking weirdo. Jesus Christ.
The buck to someone else. You know, the idea I actually heard from one of them there saying that, no, it's the concept that they should be nicer to them.
Yeah, be nicer. Hey, hey, when before I went to his stream, he had like 4 viewers, and we went there and it went up to like 20 viewers. So you should be thanking me. You're welcome, Kendall.
I'm still in there, and I'm one of 8 people.
You're welcome, Kendall.
Because they claim that I only have viewers that are them. Heads up, I don't. And remember, all this of them trying to go and trying to basically stalk my channel, of going so far as to actually try and go and threaten my home.
Okay, he keeps bringing this up like this is his slam dunk. But some random person was trolling him and said Billy was coming to his house. We never said we were coming to his house. There's no plan to go to his house. We don't want to go there.
That's not on the docket, dude.
Right.
It's not on the table. No.
I was doing a stream of drawing a birthday present for my oldest, most loyal audience member.
Okay, I wasn't watching when this happened.
And original channel moderator and original channel member. Yeah, they wanted to go and screw up that special occasion by saying that, oh, look who's coming down the street for you. And having one of the peasants say that they were going in there towards my home.
We never said that.
But let's just say they...
And that, well, I mean, like, we joked about it after he made these claims. Because
funny.
like,
it's very funny.
His dad got all mad because we were trolling his chat while Ohio State and Michigan were playing, and it got there was a point where it was getting kind of close, and it looked like Ohio State, if they would have scored, they probably would have won, and they were all like, his dad was all crazy pissed off, like, meet me in my driveway, and all this really cringy shit.
Okay, we're coming, dude.
Yeah.
We're coming. I remember that. Yeah. You and me were watching it.
Yes.
And fucking with them that whole time.
And
Yeah,
we pulled up
great.
Kendall's stream and we were talking trash.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
That was fucking awesome.
You know,
my driveway.
I can't, like, I'm not one of those people who will, like, deny reality just because I don't like a team or whatever. Michigan's
sure.
season last year was like one of the best seasons a team has ever had. Totally undefeated. And then winning the championship and everything against Washington too, which made me sad. But yeah, that's that. But this year, it's probably not going to be the same story. They have a completely new coach.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Harbaugh left. And a lot of their good players left, too. That's the thing about college football, you know. You only get players for maybe, 6 years at the most.
Yeah, it's dynamic. They shift around and shit.
The really good players leave after, 3 years, 2 to 3 years. I think they only have to play 2 years, I believe. There's a minimum. They don't have to get a degree. They just have to play. There's a minimum. I think it's 2, maybe 3 years. And then they can go to the NFL after that if they're good enough.
Huh.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yep.
I mean, I figured there was something to it, but I didn't really know what it was.
A lot of pro sports, like basketball for a while, they didn't have that rule where you had to play college. So like LeBron and Kobe, they just went from high school right to the NBA. In baseball, it's really normal for like a really good high school baseball player to like go to the fucking like minor leagues, and then if they're good in the minor leagues, they'll make it up to the major leagues. College baseball isn't really, like, if you want to play at a pro level, you shouldn't even really play college baseball because they still play with like aluminum bats and shit like that.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Are not, okay? And I can go and have this little stain on my face, absolutely positively, as much as I want, because having a little stain on
I like how he brought it up because he knew we were going to laugh at it.
Face is still a hell of a lot better than just being a stain on the human condition.
People are telling me it's 2 years. It's 2 years that you have to play in college, and then you can go to the NFL.
The Drunken Peasants are, because remember, if you're the kind of guys that owe your audience and your success and any interest at all to the amazing atheist, then that definitely shows that you guys probably were not that much worthwhile in the first place. You probably got something else going on where you could only get those kind of views based off of something else. So no wonder the only views they're getting now is based off of always picking on or picking a fight with someone else.
That's what this show has always been. And we're not like so much picking a fight, we're reacting to your content. You publicly put content on YouTube and we react to it. That's how it works.
Absolutely. Like, there's really easy ways to not have us respond to you.
Don't talk about
don't
us.
Say, don't talk about us, because then we're just going to watch you more. And also, don't be a fucking moron. And you don't do those two things, we're not going to give a shit. The only reason why he even got into the orbit was because he was, like, sucking Eric July's dick. Other than that, nobody would have ever given a fuck.
Yeah, the Eric July thing was a new thing, and I was looking for videos of people defending him and like attacking people who don't like his comic, and we found Sturgis and Kendall, who are two very interesting examples of human beings.
Yes.
To put it in a nice way.
Trying to understand why there even is this bullshit of like people obsessed with Eric July when everything he makes is awful. So, just trying to like wrap our heads around it. I don't know.
And when they've got some...
Really, what he should be doing, he should be blaming Eric July, because he's collateral damage from Eric July being that much of a piece of shit.
Doesn't Dr. Disrespect sound like the name of a villain in the Rippaverse? Because that's like the thing Eric July hates the most is disrespect.
True.
So it could be Dr. Disrespect.
Dr. Disrespect, the age of consent.
Somebody on their side or somebody in their fandom that is unhinged enough to go out of the way to try and interfere with somebody. Because remember, this all wasn't even having anything really to do with me. It was all about me supporting Eric July, and they decided to go and pick a fight. But unfortunately, they didn't realize that they're dealing with somebody out here in Detroit, and I may be so white that Jordan Peele would refuse to cast me in his next movie, but take my check to go and make that next movie.
I knew you were from Detroit because you said you are. That's how I knew. And you've got like a Polish name and stuff, and a lot of the white people in that area are Polish. Like, or they, well, I should say they have like Polish ancestry from like, 100 years ago.
But that still means I'm in Detroit, and God knows wherever they are.
Seattle, Kendall. Seattle. See, you talk about us all the time. You make up all this shit about us, but you don't even know where we live. So, and we don't keep it a secret. So, it just seems like you're just not very well educated on this matter.
I know that they like to pretend to be Ohio State Buckeyes fans.
I do not pretend. He just accused me of pretending. I buy all of this memorabilia. I have the hat, and I have this. I buy all of this to pretend. I don't actually like the team. I'm just pretending. What? Okay.
Because, well, of course, a bunch of physically, intellectually, emotionally, and spiritually ugly people that only have any kind of relief in already watching some kind of
that shit on your lip got some shit on its lip.
Blood sport that then involves them being intensely loyal to a team whose modus operandi is based off of entitlement and resentment and vindictive cheating. So basically,
he's so full of shit. Michigan got in trouble for cheating this last season. It was Michigan that got caught cheating. Michigan was sending people to scout out teams that they were going to play, to observe the signals that were being used on the side of the field, so that when they played them, they knew which plays were coming. You're so full of shit.
Kind of cheaty.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that. Like, literally scouting out games to figure out the signals for play calls. Like, knowing the play that the other team is about to run is very valuable.
What they do in being Ohio State fans and trying to...
He called me a fake, like a poser Ohio State fan or something.
How would that even work?
I don't know.
Go and stalk my streams the way that EVS has been stalking Yellow Flash with his streams lately. It only just shows how much that the two of them are a perfect metaphor for the likes of being Ohio State Buckeyes fans in general. Although, well, I would say that with an Ohio State graduate, the best way to get them off your lawn is to pay for your pizza. But I'm pretty sure...
Okay, where's your degree, buddy?
Yeah, no shit.
Let's see your degree. If you're going to say, Ohio State graduates deliver pizza, maybe there probably are some that are delivering pizza. Depends on what they graduated in. Like, not every degree is going to make you a ton of money doing a job.
True. Very true. I mean, my degree didn't really pan out to a big career either. So,
yeah,
whatever. These guys wouldn't even be graduates from there. So let's go and make sure that we already know all that to begin with. Now, these types of guys, all they can ever do is point at somebody.
I mean, to say, like, it'd be stupid to say, there's no Michigan graduates that are delivering pizza these days. Like, it's right. They're both huge universities. They have 50 to 75,000 active students a semester.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Can yell about something, they can look at what Eric July is doing and do everything they can to try and belittle and bring down and scream about the Reproverse, but that absolutely positively does not constitute any talent or any creativity. Honestly, in this day and age, it's not the day and age of Don Rickles or him just basically being a comedian off insulting people. That was new, that was special, that was fresh. Now you've got 1,000,001 people who think that they're some kind of Don Rickles type, they're some kind of insult comic. And then when you look at them, you see either nothing but crap, or that there is no way they could ever stand a chance against this other type of comedian who could do the exact same material.
He just keeps
going.
These are
the gentlemen that, it might have something to do with what's going on in their brain that gets scrambled by all that THC, because I can only ever assume that these are the kind of men, remember...
Smoke one, Kendall. Smoke a big fatty.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
Ask them one-on-one how they'd be able to speak to somebody either in person, in actual real human interaction, not online, or even in an online situation. If one of the
I leave my house fairly regularly. I get cabin fever. I can't, like, the fact that I work from home, you know, I could feasibly almost never leave. But but I'm like, ugh. I remember when I was in the 6th grade, I broke my leg and was like, you know, bedridden for months and months, and it drove me crazy to be like stuck in the house and not be able to just like leave and go places.
That would be my own personal fucking hell, dude. I would hate that shit so much. I mean, I'm always out of the house. Like, I ride motorcycles all over the fucking place. I go in the woods and go shooting guns, and, you know, like, I'm active as a motherfucker. I don't know what the fuck this dude's talking about.
other were able to have any kind of discourse, real honest-to-God discourse. That's what's so fun about them, and probably knowing that guys like them would be the type where they might not like that whole Amanda Stenberg video anyway. But
you know what's funny? I think I know what he's talking about, because you know who she is, right?
No.
Okay, she's the actress from The Acolyte, the young black woman.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize this until I looked her up because I thought she looked kind of familiar. She was. Have you ever seen any of the Hunger Games movies?
Yeah.
She was the little girl in the first Hunger Games movie, like the little one.
I'm a fake DP fan. Just because I send in Stresamlabs, am a patron, and like the stream.
I'm a real fan! I'm a real fan!
Don't play with me, boy. I'm a real fan.
But yeah, she was like the little kid that befriended the like main protagonist character.
Yeah.
In the first Hunger Games movie. Anyway, she made this video, and it was like some like racially divisive kind of stuff. You know, she's it's.
Was she just like clapping back on the haters or some shit? Like,
I wonder if I can find it. It's probably not even copyrighted. You know,
I mean, I don't really give a shit, to be honest. But like,
The Acolyte is terrible, by the way. I tried to watch it. I gave it a fair shot. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't feel like Star Wars. There's like the fight scenes are over the top and too like acrobatic.
I mean, that's like the prequels are like
even
that.
more though, even more so now. It's kind of like almost like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon like fighting. If you've ever seen that,
I will agree.
It's very martial arts.
Yeah, it's very wire fu.
Yeah, and then like the twin thing. It's like, oh, this is Picard all over again. Like, it doesn't really make sense.
I guess like my main contention with it is that because it's a prequel thing that happened.
There's witches in it, dude. I'm sorry for interrupting. There's witches in Star Wars. What?
Ben, there's been witches in Star Wars, Force witches in Star Wars for like 40 years.
Force witches?
Yeah, Force witches, wild Force users. Like the witches of Dathomir, like that's a whole fucking thing. The Night Sisters singing.
This is probably
Clan,
some this is like what, like in like the novels or something.
Yeah. But I mean, like the novels were a huge part of like what Star Wars was, because you got to remember, before George Lucas decided he needed more money and made the horseshit prequels, all we had was the first 3 movies, Ewok Adventures, and the Holiday Special, and that's all we had for Star Wars. And like we didn't even have any cartoons yet, so the books filled in a whole lot. And like wild Force users and Force witches and shit like that have been around for fucking ever.
It's so it's.
I like it.
It's okay. You can tell the truth. You don't have to worry about getting canceled by your libtard friends, Jeff Holiday.
It's not that I don't necessarily like the show. The show's okay.
It's really bad.
But I love.
No, it's not okay.
It's not really bad.
It's
not
bad.
really bad. There are way worse shit out there. I think it's okay.
That doesn't make it good just because there's worse things out there.
I didn't say it was good. I said it was okay.
No, it's bad. Just because there's more bad out there, it's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad.
I mean,
I can't even stay awake during it, and I'm so like a lot of it just doesn't make sense. They had the two little girl twins. They look different. It's so weird because they have the same actor playing both twins, but then when they're little kids, they have these two young actors that I guess are actually twins, but they don't look the same. They look noticeably different from one another.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah, but again, like, I don't think they're worse than the prequels.
It is. It's worse than the prequels.
It's
super not. They're gonna borrow.
Okay, boomer.
The chuds, and look at all the stupid chuds that are reacting to her. Oh yeah, you got copyright struck. Because though that's anything for them. For these kind of men, it's what can you be using as a weapon against those you don't like. And then if somebody is crazy enough to try and weaponize that stuff against them, then that's when they start to cry and act like it's their problem. Because everything with them is secondhand. Riley, that nutcase who already had a warrant for his arrest out for all the criminal crazy things he had done against Eric July.
I mean, we'll see how this plays out in court. Eric July was like, I'm being stalked. But it's this guy was just pranking on you.
Yeah. He's just being a prankster. Also, I love how Kendall's like, these people don't know how to have a discourse, an actual discourse. Like, dude, you ban anybody who comes to your channel. Like, you don't talk to anybody. What the fuck are you
And we were
talking?
like, come on, and we'll talk. We're the ones trying to have a discourse.
Yeah.
Here's the video. It's like music from a nightmare.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
It's really, really bad. I do want to say, like, look, she has every right to speak her mind about like these relevant social issues and all this and all that. She was not born in Denmark. She was born in California, Los Angeles.
Oh, I thought she was born in Denmark.
No, but like one thing that is kind of important to point out here is, she does come from like some degree of money. She's been like modeling for Disney since she was 4 years old, and like has been doing acting and stuff for like she's been very
you know what?
Very privileged.
I misread it. She has citizenship in Denmark.
Yeah. So like she has every right to speak her mind and her opinion and everything like that. Like it's fine. It's cool. I'm sure she does have plenty of experience with like racism touching her life and all that sort of thing, but don't necessarily try and posture too hard on being like.
Could you imagine being at Planet Fitness and looking out the window and seeing this?
I try and go get
so bored. Don't fuck with yo discourse.
She's not really. She's not a very good dancer.
No,
either.
She's just like having a seizure.
Well, I mean, like that is like a dance move, but you can't just do that through the whole video. Like you got to mix it up with some other moves, and it's kind of. I would actually, unironically, rather listen to Ice JJ Fish.
I'm not gonna be the next one sent to an early grave.
Did you?
Is she asleep?
This is important. Did you make Billy watch this on Cringe Raps?
No.
Who was the guy that sang "You Deserve an Oscar"?
Oh, that's
is that Matt Maltese?
Mo L. Summers.
Mo L. Summers.
Yep. Red carpet ready, girl. You deserve an Oscar.
Between taunting him with social media photo ops at his extended family's grave sites to trying to dox his home, trying to dox his factory, and then you get the situation of
trying to? Did he do it or not? I love this. Oh, he tried to. Okay, then why didn't it happen? And by the way, you can't dox like a warehouse. That shit's public.
Get his way into that RSVP event that July was doing. it's absolutely positively no wonder that a guy like Riley doing all those things, and now with him being gone, that means that the peasants don't have him now around anymore for whatever kind of Patreon support.
He does. So people tell him what we say, because that was something that was talked about, but he doesn't actually watch, because there's like things he doesn't know where he's like, I don't know where you guys live. It's like we talk about the areas we live in all the time.
Yeah, this is a great pause game, by the way. This is epic. Right
He's
here.
the best for it.
Oh, yeah.
Channel memberships that they depend
beautiful.
on. But this is just a little fact, a little something, a little inkling of truth that we all knew very, very well. But that is something else in the world of people where everything is secondhand. And I don't mean in any kind of literal way, because you can go and shop at Goodwill all you want. I mean, you can get a good deal and you'd be surprised at the condition of some things you get there. But then there's the type of people that cannot do or make anything on their own. And just specifically in the context of, say, content creators, they can't go and have their own insights on anything. It's always got to be asking one or the other, because you can't have one without the other, because they are not able to function as one at all. And they know this. That's why they need to go and be everything about being so bitter or entitled or vindictive about what someone else is doing. You know, good old me just going by, enjoying the success of Eric July and cheering that guy on. Well.
Wow.
A massive hypocrisy.
You cheer him on, but you don't buy his stuff. It's funny how you talk about how cool he is, but you don't think it's worth paying for his shit.
He does seem all talk. Like, he supports Eric July in spirit, but he doesn't financially support him in any fucking way. And in fact, he bitches when other people that have anything to do with Eric July are in his time slot and takes away his viewers. He like, it has this thing about discourse and blah 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 and talking about us, but he's too chicken shit to even watch the show. Like, the segments that he's in, he has to have other people tell him like what is even said. Like, I'm sorry, but this dude is the worst case of internet tough guy. And he's fake. Everything about it is fake. He doesn't put his money where his mouth is.
I mean, like, he's early to mid 30s, still living with dad. You know,
he's in his 30s.
Oh yes.
No.
Yes.
Wow, buddy.
Yeah.
Wow, that sucks. That's so embarrassing.
Let me see exactly how old he is. Give me just a second.
See, if me taking the time out of my day to celebrate somebody else, of course, they don't like to really celebrate things. They just like to denigrate things. So I can imagine that's why, with everything of there being secondhand, they had to go and now, well, let's go and pick a fight with this guy because he thinks that he is so much enjoying this. Well, we can't have that.
He's 32.
And also the idea of how much that the peasants and their audience lives to go and try to belittle me or do anything else, because in my streams, I've got my father present as a mod, and also times where you'll hear him speaking. But now why, and a good portion of their audience...
I heard your dad freaked the fuck out the other day. You and him both. You were all mad that other people go live that are like in the same space as you, but they're way more popular. So like the few viewers you have leave and go watch them instead. I heard you complain about that, and I heard him bitching about something. It was sad, but entertaining.
You've got a situation where they do not like that. Well, probably because knowing guys like the Drunken Peasants, they're the kind of guys where they can understand somebody having a father around because either their dad disowned them or their dad did everything they could to disassociate and get rid of them as much as possible. Whether it's a simple, I'm going out for secrets, and then they wind up moving to Alaska, or God knows what else situation.
He's just making shit up again. Like,
I don't know how any of that is relevant.
He's saying we laugh at how his dad is on his streams because our dads went for a pack of cigarettes and never came back, which is not true.
No.
And that's not why.
We don't make fun of him that his dad's on there. We think it's interesting, and his dad is Alan is more interesting than Kendall is.
Yeah, well, Alan, like, Kendall's like Alan's puppet. You can hear Alan, like, telling him what to say off screen. It's really weird. There's like a weird level of vicarious living through Kendall. It is. I mean, it is. I do laugh about it, but it's not because I don't live with my father because I'm a grown up.
because we're grown men.
So my dad's not. I don't live with him, so he's not always like next to me when my streams are going on.
Right. Because that would be fucking weird.
Yeah.
Maybe now that's why you've got, it seems, half the people in their audience either are absolutely angry at the mere presence of me, and then also, once again, by association, having a father around, but then you also take that the father...
Yeah, my father was around when I was a kid, and I lived with him. Like...
No.
There is the kind of guy that, well, you go in there and you try to screw around with the kid, that means you're going to have to deal with the kid and then with the parent behind them. And that idea, that basic structure of family right there is something
Kendall
they don't
never
like.
takes a break in between his sentences.
Yeah.
No, never.
That's
He's
why
just got so much important shit to say. He just can't take his time with
Holler
it.
if you
Blah, blah,
hear
blah,
me.
Type of people that need that parasocial connection in the most unhealthy ways possible. Because there's a difference between, say, you have friends that you see regularly at your job, or maybe there's that bar you like to go to, or maybe if you're a regular at your favorite team sports games, you see the other fans there that go out to the games with you, and you meet them, you know them, you meet them up, or maybe it's something that's an extension of your work there, and then you have a job here, and then you go to the games together. But then there are those where it's so sadly insular. No wonder, I bet you, that if the peasants went and did anything with watching that Brendan Fraser movie, The Whale, they would find that so depressing and so uncomfortable and so sad because of how deeply they can relate to it. And no wonder anything that can remind them of any place where they feel like...
I have never been morbidly obese, so I don't really relate to it. It is a sad movie, though.
They're up and better, and outside of that perimeter, that's where you wind up with a situation where if they can even get anybody or any person or anything remotely female, and which is a little redundant considering this day and age with gender theory and all that, and the fact that one looks like Chris Chan and the other looks like Iron Liz, you'd think that already they'd be all the woman that either one would ever need. But, I mean, all right. If I'm guessing maybe there's a little bit more of a kernel of truth inside about how much they know that they ought to be doing better because they don't mind being around people who always talk about doing better or you need to do better or get good. But as usual with these type of people that can't stop pointing a finger at other people that are actually attempting or successfully accomplishing anything creative, anything in business, anything personal, whatever, that does not revolve around what they're doing or enforcing how they feel. No wonder they're the type of people that need to just keep on going and cope harder. Because as long as they keep on going, all I got to say to those drunken peasants right out there is cope harder. I ain't going anywhere. And well,
I hope you don't go anywhere, Kendall. Please don't leave.
Just laugh at you. And that's not my opinion. I know I'm right.
It's not my opinion. I know I'm right.
So I thank you for watching. Subscribe so my channel will reach 10,000 subscribers this year. Don't forget to become a channel member today and to shop my art store at the second link below, where you can also commission me for original artwork. And you can also donate to me directly through the store there to show your direct support.
As Jean-Luc Picard said after meeting Kendall, he just kept talking in one long, incredibly unbroken sentence, moving from topic to topic so that no one could interrupt. It was really quite hypnotic.
It was quite hypnotic. Captain Jean-Luc Picard, USS Enterprise.
A buyer commission my work from outside the USA.
Picard,
just make
USS
your payment
Enterprise.
as a donation.
Make it so. Make it so.
Lick it, suck it.
Make it so. Make it so.
And see you, Space Cowboy.
Oh my goodness. Kendall. Kendall! Are you still live? Oh no, he just ended. Oh, damn. No, Kendall, no! Just gonna wait for Jeff to come back before we play the next video. Everyone, please like the stream. Hey, I'm gonna do. I'll be right back.
You gonna make a poopy?
Poo poo.
Gotta make a poo poo. Boop 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 boop. So I've been trying to resist buying a Raspberry Pi, but I think I'm gonna finally have to do it. I've been wanting to make one of those like retro video gaming cabinets, you know, for like a really long time. and I really, really want to do it. And I have resisted for like 2.5, almost 3 years now. Because I figure it's the only way I can get anybody to actually play video games with me again. Like, you can play online, that's fine. But, like, next to me, you know? Like, I've got a PS4, and for a while, me and Mems played, like, a couple of games. Like, there's a game called It Takes Two. Fucking great game. She and I played the shit out of that. But, like, you know, just make a fucking cabinet. I got a great spot. We have a mini fridge that's literally just for beverages. These days it's mostly just like sparkling waters and shit because I'm trying not to drink as much. But it'd be cool because I could just build this fucking arcade cabinet on top of this mini fridge. It's got the mini fridge underneath, and then you can like just have like a fucking video gaming system. That'd be great. Get 2 switches. I had a Switch. I sold it. I tried to like it. I tried for like 2 years, and I just did not like it. Mini PCs are better for the money. Yeah, true. In some ways, depending on what you're doing. I have a home server where I have like all my movies and TV shows and shit. Would Chris Chan have sex with Kendall or his dad, Alan? Probably Alan. Probably Alan, yeah. What's your take on SCOTUS giving Trump the pass? Okay. I wasn't sure if we were going to be talking about any political news or anything like that on the show tonight, but I'm going to tell you something just straight up. Just straight up. No bullshit. Go buy ammunition. I did. First thing this morning, I get up, I read the news, I saw what the fuck was going on, and the whole SCOTUS decision, which, I mean, the SCOTUS decisions that they did the past 2 days, all bad. But this one it takes the fucking cake. And I left my house, I got my car, and I went down to the fucking store, and I bought a lot of fucking bullets. Like a lot. I bought a fuck ton of bullets. And I think you should probably do the same thing, too. Just saying. Probably a good idea. Because it's bad. It's bad. I did get you some ammo, Matt, yes, but yeah. Nah, this is your reminder. If you've been thinking like maybe I should just pull the trigger, figure whatever, and get that new gun or go and stock up on ammunition, you should do that. So what happened? Okay. The Supreme Court has effectively stated that presidents have wide sweeping immunity so long as they're acting in an official capacity as a president, which means they are free from conviction and from being held responsible. This effectively puts the president, as long as he can make an argument that it's above the law, as a fucking king. As a king. So that sucks. That's pretty bad. That's a bad situation. We don't like kings in the United States. And it like some people have been like, well, you know, this means that Biden could basically be a king right now too. No. Because who's the people that are going to make the determination whether or not he worked in an official capacity or not? The same fucking people that just made this ruling. It's not going to work that way. Not going to fucking work that way. So, yeah. Yeah, it's really fucking crazy. Would Clint Saunders and Alan DP Gale? Alan probably would. I don't know about Clint. I get a feeling Clint's the kind of guy that dates women in their 20s. Buy some Baker buckets? Yeah. For sure. Can you live in my apocalypse bunker? I don't have an apocalypse bunker. You know what I do instead? So here's the thing. I'm of the mind when it comes to the whole like end of the world and apocalypse, dystopian future sort of thing. I've got a different tactic than a lot of other people do. Some people, they like to become preppers and they make bunkers and they like get all this like infrastructure on how to survive. I don't do that. I pay attention to who did. That's what I do. I don't spend all that because I don't have that money to make a bunker or to like, have like stockpiles of food and gasoline and all that kind of shit. But I do pay attention to who does have it.
Are you, speaking of which, are we ready to talk about how fucked America is on Canada Day?
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about. Yeah.
All right,
man.
Here we go. We're going to get into it here.
He called me sir. It got me so fuming angry.
People are discriminating against wolves. Wow. They're laughing at us, at our stupidity.
And you better well learn to love it.
Oh, doggy. Doggy.
Oh, God.
Oh, doggy.
Penny.
What are you doing?
All right. Okay, so today the Supreme Court ruled on presidential immunity, and I'm still kind of confused as to like what exactly, because I guess he gets immunity on some things but not everything.
It's the wording of it is pretty fucking hilarious. Do you want me to explain now or should we watch the video first?
I have Biden reacting to it.
Oh God, I haven't seen this yet. Basically, as long as somebody can argue that they're acting in an official capacity as the president, then it's legal. They just have to have a good excuse for it. So like, yeah, they can't just straight up have a journalist assassinated. They have to at least talk with a couple of the people of the Joint Chiefs of Staff and be like, hey, I think we're going to kill this guy. And they'll be like, yeah, okay, we're going to kill this guy. And then it's an official act. And it's legal. It's totally fine.
So Biden can do that with Trump right now?
He won't.
I'm asking.
Well, but that's what I was talking about with the people in chat is like, technically, if the rule is supposed to be unilateral, but who is going to be the people that are going to make the determination whether or not that was actually in an official capacity or not? The same people that just made this ruling and made it specifically to try and keep Trump out of jail.
Yeah. The very conservative Supreme Court.
Yeah, that are utterly corrupt and, are making decisions based on who gives them scuba trips.
That is true. All right, here's Biden talking about it. And by the way, it was daytime, so he's better here.
For the White House, where President Biden is speaking.
Face moments when you need the courage to exercise the full power of the presidency. You also face moments where you need the wisdom to respect the limits of the power of the office of the presidency. This nation was founded on the principle that there are no kings in America. Each of us is equal before the law.
Nope.
No one is above the law.
Wait, has anybody told you about rich people? I'm just saying.
I mean, we have the like cash bail system too. It's like people who can pay the bail don't have to stay in jail. Poor people have to stay in jail.
Yeah.
States. With today's Supreme Court decision on presidential immunity, that fundamentally changed. For all practical purposes, today's decision almost certainly means that there are virtually no limits on what a president can do. This is a fundamentally new principle, and it's a dangerous precedent because the power of the office will no longer be constrained by the law, even including the Supreme Court of the United States. The only limits will be self-imposed by the president alone. This decision today has continued the court's attack in recent years on a wide range of long-established legal principles in our nation, from gutting voting rights and civil rights, to taking away a woman's right to choose, to today's decision that undermines the...
They need to put Biden on some of that Hitler meth. The meth Hitler was on that made him all like...
He was on the good crank.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There must be a recipe somewhere that they could dig up.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, do you ever see that video of Hitler like stimming like crazy?
Oh yeah, it was at the Olympics.
Yeah. It's great.
The law of this nation. Nearly 4 years ago, my predecessor sent a violent mob to the U.S. Capitol to stop the peaceful transfer of power. We all saw it with our own eyes. We sat there and watched it happen that day. Attack on the police, the ransacking of the Capitol, a mob literally hunting down the House Speaker, Nancy Pelosi. Gallows erected to hang the Vice President, Mike Pence.
He said erect.
I think it's fair to say it's one of the darkest days in the history of America. Now the man who sent that mob to the U.S. Capitol is facing potential criminal conviction for what happened that day. And the American people deserve to have an answer in the courts before the upcoming election.
Okay.
The public has a right to know.
The public has a right to know. Why are you closed? The people of the Eaton Center want to shop.
January 6th, before they are asked to vote again this year. Now, because of today's decision, that is highly, highly unlikely. It's a terrible disservice to the people of this nation.
You know,
so now,
I mean, all right, this might be kind of an extreme thing to say, but Biden has the chance to do the funniest thing. He's got a whole lot of drones, and the Supreme Court, well, he knows where they are.
He'll put on a drone show. Have you ever seen those? Like they do at baseball games?
It'll be a drone show.
Yeah.
Just, you know, and they'll
With
be
missiles.
so moved. Yeah. Fucking Hellfire missiles. Yeah. Or a little bit less extreme. Some people are like, he needs to pack the court more, because there's nothing that says we can only have 9 Supreme Court justices. There's nothing that says that. It's absolutely possible to expand the court. The president can expand the court. I think he should get 50 new Supreme Court justices, all handpicked. 50. Fuck it. Just fuck it, dude. 50.
It seems like you and Matt need to debate this topic. Because Matt's like,
that's no. Because every time we debate this is what happens when I debate Matt. Okay, this is every debate between me and Matt. We get heated. We start kind of like going up against each other and shit. And then it gets to a point, usually about 20 minutes in, and then he absolutely changes the subject and won't talk about it anymore because I got him in a corner.
oh, is that what happens?
Because Matt is actually a bleeding heart, libtard lefty cuck, just like me, but he refuses to accept it. And then when he's like talked in a corner, he's like, well, anyway, whatever. So, and then like, yeah, that's every argument between me and Matt ends exactly the same way. Like Ben Shapiro, kinda. That is what happens, Matt. That is what happens. You don't want me to do it to you like live on a show.
Oh, damn. Damn.
I back down because I don't like Friday Night Fred. No. I get you in a corner. I get you on the ropes, too.
Dude. He's basically saying you can't handle him.
Oh, I guess so. Oh, shit. No, it's fine. Whatever. But no, we should totally pack the courts. Fuck it, dude. Why not? Why not? Just pack the courts. Just go
it
absolutely
could
fucking
Don't you
bananas.
don't you think that could potentially work against you, though?
Oh, who gives a shit? By the time they get all of those...
Then don't bother doing it at all.
No, because by the time they get all the soy out of the fucking Supreme Court, I'll be long dead. It'll take them forever to get rid of, like, fucking 50. 50? Come on. That's like 90 years worth of appointments. We'd be fine.
I remember there was...
That'd be great.
I think it was like last year. There was like a school shooting, and Biden was about to like address some like women in small business conference or something like that. Yeah. And they cut to Biden, and the bottom is like Biden about to speak about school shooting, and like that. So that's what the headline at the bottom of the screen said. And he comes out and he does this.
My name is Joe Biden. I'm Dr. Joe Biden's husband. And I ate Jenny's ice cream, chocolate chip. I came down because I heard there was chocolate chip ice cream. By the way, I have a whole refrigerator full upstairs. You think I'm kidding? I'm not. God. Ben, how are you, pal? One of the best guys in the United States Congress, Ben Cardin.
He's working the room. He's doing his blue material.
That's right.
But folks, he doesn't say anything about the shooting, by the way.
Welcome to the White House.
Yeah, he just talked about chocolate chip ice cream.
Yeah. That's so great.
Now
Fuck
the American
it.
people
Why
have
not?
to do what the courts should have been willing to do, but will not. The American people have to render a judgment about Donald Trump's behavior. The American people must decide whether Donald Trump's assault on our democracy on January 6th makes him unfit for public.
Dude.
All right. There we go. All right. We're back.
Yeah, that was weird.
It happens. It was like some kind of hiccup in the connection.
They want to entrust the president once again, the presidency, to Donald Trump, now knowing he'll be even more emboldened to do whatever he pleases whenever he wants to do it. You know, at the outset of our nation, it was the character of George Washington, our first president, to define the presidency. He believed power was limited, not absolute.
He also believed you could own people.
And that power always resides with the people. Always. Now, over 200 years later, with today's Supreme Court decision, once again, it'll depend on the character of the men and women who hold that presidency that are going to define the limits of the power of the presidency. Because the law will no longer do it. I know I will respect the limits of the presidential powers I have for 3.5 years.
Maybe you should.
But any president, including
Dark Brandon,
Donald Trump, will
dude,
now be
fuck
free
it.
to ignore the law.
Could you imagine Dark Brandon riding around on like a weird hovercraft like Judge Dredd?
Yeah.
Enacting like justice.
Yeah, dude, just swift fucking like executive orders like left and right, you know? Like, cut that man's head off. Get me more ice cream.
Chocolate chip.
Everybody's gay.
I concur with Justice Sotomayor's dissent today. Here's what she said. She said, in every use of official power, the president is now a king above the law. With fear for our democracy, I dissent. End of quote.
I dissent.
So should the American people dissent. I dissent. May God bless you all, and may God help preserve our democracy. Thank you. And may God protect our troops.
People are like, Mr. President, will you drop out of the race?
Let's now bring Ian's.
I want him to, by the way.
Here's what's so crazy about this. One of the most overt assaults on like the very spirit and fundamental nature of how our country is supposed to work. And what does he fucking do? He comes out and uses it, one, as to try and be like, don't vote for that guy, okay? And I disagree. Wow. Awesome. Wow. That's so great. That's incredible. You disagree. Well, fuck me dead. You gonna do anything about it? No? Oh, okay. You know what they could do? They absolutely could do. Call it what it is. It's a fucking coup. Call it what it fucking is. Call it a fucking coup.
It's a fun word. Coup.
It is. Coup. It's cute. Coup. Call it a fucking coup. And start aggressively, using that fucking language. These are usurpers. Like, they are trying to fuck over, like, the very nature of this country. Purge the court. Fuck it.
Honestly feel like, and I'm not saying I like her, but I feel like Kamala Harris would do better against Trump at this point.
I agree.
Yeah. I don't know.
She would. Because Trump is not good either at talking.
Yeah.
He's a brain dead dipshit too.
Yeah.
He can just talk a little bit better because he doesn't have to say anything factual, because anybody who likes Trump doesn't really give a shit. I think Kamala would absolutely wipe his ass. Not wipe his ass. Wipe the floor.
Like Rev does to Shanny.
Yeah. No, wipe the floor with him in a fucking debate.
Yeah. She's way younger.
Jon Stewart for president would be good.
I don't think he would run.
No, he won't. But honestly, I bet Gretchen Whitmer would actually fucking demolish Trump.
Or
absolutely
Taylor Swift could just run for president. She would win.
She would probably win, yeah.
Of course, she would. She would win. There'd be people who had never voted and had no interest in voting that would register to vote just to vote for her. It happened with Obama. It's not comparable, but with Obama, there were a bunch of people who had no interest in voting that all of a sudden like started registering to vote for Obama. So but yeah, I mean, Taylor Swift has a way better life not running for president. Like it's a sacrifice in many ways.
Right. Sure.
Yeah.
CBS News senior White House correspondent Weijia Zhang as we watch the president.
Let's see what this is all about.
President Biden's family is urging him to stay in the presidential race after that weekend at Camp David, and so is
which members of his family?
Democrats do close ranks,
like his wife and his son. He has like a daughter too.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Around President Biden after that debate performance last week. Ashley Etienne joins us now from our D.C. studio to further discuss. Ashley, you have so much experience on Capitol Hill, of course, in the Biden White House, working closely with Vice President Harris. Let's begin with her.
Sure.
Vice President Harris, in the immediate aftermath of this debate, goes on television, defends President
Oh, my God. Yeah, I saw that. She would.
Biden. What is her role now at this fragile political crossroads and moment for the Biden administration, politically and inside, even as a confidant of the president?
I mean, that's the question I have really for the White House and for the campaign is what is the strategy to utilize her? They have to better position her because, you know.
Don't think she's being well positioned?
No, I said better. So I think
No, she's been kind of MIA. I mean, like, I know she's there, but she's not as visible as a lot of vice presidents.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed. Like, you never hear from her, like, ever. It's really fucking weird.
It is weird.
she is. Over the last couple of years, you've seen where she now is polling higher among key constituencies, higher than Joe Biden in some respects. So she's always added value.
She's like 59. That's young compared to everybody else. At her level of the government, she's like one of the youngest ones right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you're starting to see that in the poll. But the question is, after Thursday, now the pressure is mounting on her. We've already seen now where editorial boards from the Wall Street Journal to others are starting to question whether or not she's capable, competent, and ready for the job. So I think they need to actually start to position her as an even bigger asset for him, start to use her more on the national stage, give her more speeches, bigger speeches, create a bigger platform for her. And I think that'll, to some degree, settle the concerns that Democrats are having.
Where do you think she has been effective? We always hear about her work on abortion rights.
I want to play a different video. I want to play the video they were talking about with Kamala, because I saw Kamala and Nancy Pelosi get interviewed about Biden's debate performance, and they both try so hard to toe the line for Biden, but it does not look good. Yeah, and I'll have it in just a minute here. There it is. All right. Fucking Pelosi. Pelosi's older than Biden, I think. Pretty sure Pelosi's like almost 90 or something.
Pelosi needs to fucking go away.
The first debate of the 2024 presidential campaign is now history. The fallout from it is just getting started. Joining us now is Vice President Kamala Harris. Madam Vice President, thanks for being with us. CNN's John King has described a panic inside the Democratic Party right now because of President Biden's performance in tonight's debate. He's been hearing from Democratic lawmakers and others around the country. Some within your own party are wondering if President Biden should even step aside. What do you say to that?
Listen, first of all, what we saw tonight is the president making a very clear contrast with Donald Trump on all of the issues that matter to the American people. Yes, there was a slow start, but it was a strong finish. And what became very clear through the course of the night is that Joe Biden is fighting on behalf of the American people, on substance, on policy, on performance. Joe Biden is extraordinarily strong. And
but I'm sorry,
that
on
cannot
substance
be
and
debated.
policy and performance tonight, I mean, the president's performance tonight clearly was disappointing for his supporters. CNN is reporting Democratic lawmakers watching the debate were worried about the president's performance. One said it was a disaster. Another called it a train wreck. those are Democrats especially worried that Biden did not punch back on Trump's lies.
Yeah, he just stood there and looked confused.
Yeah, he absolutely ate shit that whole fucking time. It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible.
There are reports coming out of the White House that there's like 2 different Bidens that you encounter, and it's all dependent on what time of day it is.
Sundowners, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And that debate was late. That debate was late for an old person.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I hate to say it, but like, you know, as somebody who had to really deal with that kind of shit happening in my life, my family's life, it is a thing. It is true.
Yeah. Yeah. It is absolutely a thing. And if you look at his debate with Trump from 4 years ago, he's way sharper 4 years ago. Way sharper.
Oh my God. By far.
Yep.
Listen, people can debate on style points, but ultimately this election and who is the president of the United States has to be about substance. And the contrast is clear. Look at what happened during the course of the debate. Donald Trump lied over and over and over again, as he is wont to do. He would not disavow what happened on January 6th. He would not.
I honestly think pretty much anybody else is better. I don't think anyone can see Biden getting elected and lasting 4 more years. He's done now. He's already done. He probably was done 2 years ago. You know, like, he probably should have ran instead of Hillary. He was the incumbent vice president for 8 years. That usually means it's your turn to run, you know? And he stepped aside for Hillary to kiss the... Yeah.
I hate that concept, though. Like, that shit always pisses me off.
Well, I mean, he
like,
still would have had to have won the primary.
Yeah, I know. I get you. But I hate that whole concept of, like,
well,
it's somebody's time to do it. Like,
well, I mean, when you're vice president, that's basically saying you're qualified to be president and you're on standby to be president at any time. So after having been vice president for 8 years, it's probably the best experience you can get without having actually been president at that point.
True.
So
yeah, that's true.
Give a clear answer on whether he would stand by the election results this November. He went back and forth about where he stands on one of the most critical issues of freedom in America, which is the right of a woman to make decisions about their own body. He has been completely ambiguous and all over the place about where he stands on that issue, despite the fact that he hand-selected 3 members of the United States Supreme Court with the intention that they would undo the protections of Roe v. Wade, and that's exactly what they did. And just 3 years ago, we commemorated the 2-year anniversary of Dobbs, wherein women across our country have been denied emergency health care,
All that may be
suffered
true.
miscarriages
All that may
to the
be
point
true.
that
But the president of the
these
United
facts are
States
very
was not
important.
able to make that case to Donald Trump on the stage tonight. I mean, you debated against then Vice President Vice President Biden 4 years ago, and he was a very different person on the stage 4 years ago when you debated him.
Noticeably. And then if you go back to when he debated Palin back in the day, like super sharp.
Right. Absolutely.
I mean, that's
Sarah
certainly
Palin.
true, is it not?
Anderson, the point has to be performance in terms of what a president does. A
Right,
president who
but that is
incites
what's
an
scary for
insurrection
people
against the
watching this.
Capitol. No, but I got the point that you're making about a 1.5-hour debate tonight. I'm talking about 3.5 years of performance in work that has been historic.
But
whether
is that
it be
the man
infrastructure,
who we
the
saw
former
on the
guy,
stage
the other
tonight?
guy,
Is that the
the other
person
guy
you
on
see
the
in meetings
debate
every day?
stage?
Haha. No comment, right, Kamala?
The person that you saw on the debate stage that has, for the last 3.5 years, up until today.
He said, what was the thing he said about Medicare? We killed Medicare or something like that? Or
Yeah, I mean, it was.
It's like, what?
But yeah, it was really bad.
Performed in a way that has been about, whether it be in the Oval Office, negotiating bipartisan deals so that we have an infrastructure, a real infrastructure plan where we're putting trillions of dollars on the streets of America.
He defeated Medicare. Yeah, he defeated it.
Absolutely.
That was when he
took
couldn't think about
Medicare
what the
out.
fuck he was going to say.
He took Medicare out back and beat it to death. Fuck yeah. Let's go, Joe.
I had been saying for a long time, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think we know the trajectory unless Biden gets sick or something. I kind of thought Biden would step down and hand it to Kamala, and then he would go down in history as like the guy who made the first woman president happen.
Sure.
And then she would run as the incumbent president, but I don't know if she'd win. I don't know, but I think she would have a better chance than Biden at this point.
Agreed. Yeah, absolutely. Of course.
I think Biden has no chance. I don't see a chance. I mean, like, people are going to vote for him and he's going to win states, but I don't see him winning the swing states. I think people have lost confidence in him, like his ability and the fact, like I was saying in the pre-show earlier, you know, he pissed off a lot of people with his policy on Palestine and Israel.
Oh yeah.
A lot of the younger voters that would have voted for him just to like keep Trump out.
Right.
Yeah.
Pretty bad, man. Pretty fucking bad.
Upgrade our infrastructure, whether it be the person I see in the Oval Office who is meeting with heads of the military and the intelligence community and in the city.
Yeah, we should have a candidate that we're like sure is going to live through their next term, or at least statistically. Biden is already past the statistical average age of.
Yeah, absolutely has. Yeah. There's, you know, people are going to cry ableism and all that sort of shit. And to those people, I say, shut the fuck up. This is way more important than whatever nonsense you're talking about. But I don't think that you should even be able to run for president if you are over 70 years old. I don't think so. I think once you hit 70, you can't be president anymore. That's it.
What if you get elected the first time and you're like 68? Should you? I think you should be. Fine. I think you should be allowed to run for a second term when you're over 70.
No.
Oh no! If you got the first term, but I think there should be something in place where like the president can be relieved of duty because they're clearly not right. You know, like on Star Trek, like when someone will go crazy, like Picard goes crazy, it's like, I'm relieving you. The doctor can like relieve him of duty.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I guess so. But no, I'm pretty firm on it of like once you hit 70, like no more public office.
I say if you got the first term and you're under 70, then you should be able to run again. Like just because you won it the first time. I mean, look at like FDR was pretty old and feeble, like physically, but he was a good president. So
yeah, absolutely. No, FDR was fucking awesome.
He would have had 4 terms had he lived. Like he
probably.
Yeah, I think he got the 4th term, right, and he died during it.
No, he died during
Truman.
His 3rd. Pretty sure he died during his 3rd.
Let's see.
I might be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure.
Let's see.
Truman. Ugh.
Yeah, Truman was his vice president when he died, so Truman became president. So March. Why did he take the office in March of 33? Were they like inaugurating presidents later on in the year? Because now it's in January.
Yeah, well, I mean, like that's changed a lot.
Yeah, okay. So 33 to 1945. How many years is that? So it looks like he had 3 vice presidents.
It's 12 years.
12 years.
Yeah. He's a good president.
Let's see. So how many elections did he have?
That's a good question. I'm not sure about that.
All right, let's see. FDR elections, the electoral history of Franklin Roosevelt. All right, so first one, oh no, this is New York Senate. Let's go to the presidential elections. Oh, this is the convention. Okay, so here's the 1920 election. So Harding won that one. Okay, where's him running for president? National Convention, general election. All right. So this is the one where he won. So he won the 1932 election.
Okay.
And then he won. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Man.
That's a fucking sweep. What the fuck?
Yeah. So
it's Democrat convention.
Yeah. I was like, what? So 1936, so that's 2 elections won. $1940, that's his 3rd election won. Yeah, in 1944, he won a 4th election. So he won a 4th term and died during it.
Really?
Yeah. 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 And he had Harry Truman.
Oh, Harry fucking Truman.
So he died, I believe, didn't it say he died in 44? He died the same year I think.
Yeah, he died in 44.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. So
absolutely.
Situation room, ensuring the safety of America. The person I see in Joe Biden on the world stage, convening world leaders who often
he died in 45.
Ask for his advice. Most recently, just during the G7 conference. So I'm not going to spend all night with you talking about the last 90 minutes when I've been watching the last 3.5 years of performance.
But this was a debate that your campaign wanted. You pushed for this debate at this moment.
That was a mistake.
So he would have, had he lived, he would have served until 1949. You know, so like 16 years in office had he lived. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You can't honestly say, I mean, can you say that you are not concerned at all having watched the president's performance tonight?
It was a slow start. That's obvious to everyone.
She's trying to downplay it so bad.
I'm not going to debate that point.
so
I'm talking about the choice in November. I'm talking about one of the most important elections in our collective lifetime. And do we want?
If it's that important, then can't we have someone that most of the voters are confident will do well and live throughout their whole term? Like, when you vote for someone, you don't want them to like die while they're in office, you know? You normally don't want that. You want to vote for the person that's going to serve out their whole term.
Everything's fucked, man. Everything's fucked.
To
fucked.
look at what November will bring and go on a course for America that is about a destruction of democracy, electing a man who has said he'll be a dictator on day one? Or do we want to continue on a course that's about strengthening America's economy, building and creating 15 million American jobs, over 800,000 manufacturing jobs? I got that this is the afterplay for the debate, this conversation that I'm in, and I understand why everyone wants to talk about it, but I think it's also important
Yeah, but that's why you're there. So talk about the debate. Like, people are concerned about the debate. It was concerning.
That is literally why she's there. And yeah, no, god damn it. So fucking stupid.
recognize that the choice in November between these two people that were on the debate stage involves extraordinary stakes. And there's one person on that stage who has the endorsement of their vice president, and that's Joe Biden. Mike Pence is nowhere to be found in supporting Donald Trump, and that's why he has to look for someone else to run with him who, as we know, will embolden and rubber stamp whatever he wants, because they're going to have to make a choice to not be Mike Pence and to put Donald Trump over their country.
Neither person on that stage tonight made the argument as coherently as you just did. You mentioned reproductive rights. I'd like to just play that exchange that we saw tonight.
Under Roe v. Wade, you have late term.
He stood there with his mouth agape the entire time.
I know. Not a good look. Not a good fucking look.
Everyone, please like the stream, and if you would be so kind as to toss us a couple dollars, I'd really appreciate it. The link is pinned right there at the top of the chat.
Abortion. You can do whatever you want, depending on the state. You can do whatever you want. We don't think that's a good thing. We think it's a radical thing. We think the Democrats are the radicals, not the Republicans.
For 51 years, that was the law. 51 years, constitutional scholarship said it was the right way to go. 51 years, and it was taken away because this guy put very conservative members on the Supreme Court. He takes credit for taking it away. What's he going to do? What's he going to do, in fact, if the MAGA Republicans, he gets elected, and the MAGA Republicans control the Congress, and they pass a universal ban on abortion, period, across the board at 6 weeks or 7 or 8 or 10 weeks, something very, very conservative. Is he going to sign that bill? I'll veto it. He'll sign it.
To someone who watched this debate tonight and has serious concerns about the President of the United States, what do you say to them about what they just saw?
At least Anderson Cooper is asking real questions.
Yeah, he is. I mean, God.
There's no fluff right here.
This is so fucked up, though. God damn it. I just can't. I can't. Oh, my God.
They witnessed the fact that if Donald Trump were elected to be president of the United States this November, he will sign a national abortion ban. Take him at his word. He said he would.
Why not just do it now? Oh, hold on. I heard that wrong. I thought she was going to say that he was going to like codify abortion. I didn't think I heard that wrong. That was my bad.
Okay.
He was president before. He said if it came to his desk, he'd sign it. There's no reason to believe anything would change. A national abortion ban means that folks in New York, California, Maryland, all these other states that have protected the right of a woman to make decisions about her own body and not have her government tell her what to do will be at risk. That's what you should take away from that discussion.
And just
Joe
finally,
Biden was very clear.
I know we have to go.
He signed back into law the protections of Roe v. Wade.
The person we saw tonight, the president we saw tonight on that
issues.
stage, is that how he is every day?
The Joe Biden that I work with every day is someone who, as I have said, has performed in a way that has been about bringing people into the Oval Office, Republicans and Democrats, to compromise in a way that is extraordinary these days because it just doesn't happen, but Joe Biden can make it happen. The Joe Biden I see is someone who goes to our allies around the world and strengthens NATO to the point that there are 2 new members of NATO who just about 4 years ago, people said, is NATO even have a reason for existing? The Joe Biden I know is someone who has delivered 800,000 new manufacturing jobs and bringing manufacturing back to the United States, not shipping jobs out like Donald Trump did. So that's the Joe Biden I know.
Vice President Kamala Harris, I appreciate your time tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Good to be with you.
Oh, Kamala.
Mm-hmm.
Here's
a
another
new
one.
CBS YouGov poll out this morning that was taken after the debate finds that 72% of voters now say they do not think President Biden has the mental or cognitive health to serve as president. Here with me now is one of the top officials in the Democratic Party, a close ally of President Biden,
let's talk to
former
this
House
old
Speaker Nancy
piece of
Pelosi.
shit.
Thank you so
I'm
much
sure
for being
she'll
here.
kill
What is your
some
reaction
fucking
to that poll?
mess.
72% of voters say they don't think that the president is fit mentally or cognitively to be president.
Well, what do they think about the other guy? Do they think that he has the integrity to be president after that performance? Let us just go. Let us not make.
She's
a
wearing a
judgment
pearl
about
necklace.
A presidency on one.
Those aren't pearls.
I
debate.
know.
Let's talk about what it means to people in their lives, and that's why you're not seeing much change in the polls on this. The difference between Joe Biden and the former president is so clear. If you are a woman and you care about your reproductive freedom and your health, and women do, you see a complete difference between enforce a woman's right to choose on the part of Joe Biden and a ban on abortion with the other guy. If you care about job creation in America, 15 million more jobs created by Joe Biden, the worst job performance record since Herbert Hoover for the other guy.
Herbert
If you're
Hoover.
concerned about saving the planet, you're a young person, you're caring about the planet and its future, Joe Biden, the first person in the Congress to pass a resolution to study the climate change in the 80s, even before I was in Congress. A guy who goes to the fossil fuel industry and says, give me $1 billion so I can reverse what happened
what's
in
your
the IRA
Right.
to save the planet. The list goes on and on, whether you're talking
On
about
and
guns and the
on.
rest. And 16 Nobel laureates said when it comes to inflation, if the other guy gets elected, inflation will soar because of his fiscal policies. So it's not about performance in terms of a debate. It's about performance in a presidency.
It's
and
about
I want you to
peak
know that
performance.
the fact is that the reaction to the lies of Donald Trump is something that maybe TV isn't focusing on, but people are. And to have a debate where you have to spend half your time negating what he said because he has knows nothing about the truth. On one side of the screen, you have integrity. The other side, you have dishonesty.
We have definitely been pointing out the about 30 falsehoods that we heard.
This is important. This is important. This fucking dusty old skeleton talking about fucking integrity, and she's been doing insider trading for fucking years, using her extremely overprivileged fucking position to make money, and basically ripping off fucking fellow taxpayers because she knows which way the wind is going to blow on investments. Like, get over yourself, you fucking piece of shit. What an absolute abortion of a human being. Fuck her. She's the problem. She's one of the biggest
Term
problems.
limits in the Senate and the House should probably be a thing.
She should be arrested. I hate this woman with every fiber of my fucking being.
They shouldn't allow people to be in Congress for like 30, 40 years. That probably shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah, probably. Tell me why to vote for Biden, why not to vote for Trump. That's easy. Project 2025. I mean, if you really want everything in your life to be ruled by Christian dogma, for all of our institutions to be eradicated and dumbed down, all the power given to the executive branch so that they can force your fucking kids to be indoctrinated and sip up that fucking Jesus juice every moment of every fucking day. No more
It needs
control
a
the
new
media.
suit. This one crinkles and crackles when it speaks.
Thank you so much, by the way. We haven't gotten a lot of donos today, and I was hoping we could get some. So thank you so much.
I mean, you guys are fucking rock stars. Thank you for the donos. But I mean, it gets worse than that. Project 2025 isn't just about like turning this into a Christian nationalist fucking country. It means overt and overwhelming fucking control. Overt fucking control. And it's if it wasn't Trump, if it was some other fucking guy that could wield the masses and hypnotize them like he does, they'd use him too. The problem is the intention behind it. Now, the Democrats and Joe Biden and this old bitch are feckless, awful, right-wing fucking politicians that don't give a fuck about you and are going to keep the status quo going. Rich are going to get richer. Poor and working class people are still going to be fucked. But the right are not doing anything about it either, and they're actively now pushing straight up fucking tyranny.
Look at Pelosi and Biden. Like,
Yeah,
like
they're terrible.
Biden was in the Senate for a super long time, like 40 years, right?
Yep.
I think he got in the 70s. But Pelosi's been in the House for a super long time. I think maybe like since the 80s or something.
Right.
It's just and you can just stay there forever, and you get that you get bribed by lobbyists because you're one of just a handful of people in the grand scheme of things that gets these votes to like pass laws.
Yeah.
And you get to sit on committees and influence other things.
It comes down to like one basic simple fact is this election is not really about picking candidates. It's whether or not you are going to be voting for tyranny or not. It's either the status quo and what we have now, which sucks, or tyranny, which is worse. And that's it. That's our options right now.
They're great.
Yeah, they're great. But I mean, I'm gonna still vote for Biden. I have to because I fuck kings, fuck religious control, fuck authoritarianism more than we already have. Like, dude, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, tip train. Do you think Biden's gonna win though? Like, if you had to bet your bottom dollar on one of them, who would you bet on? Honestly,
I have no idea.
Really?
I have no idea.
I don't want Trump to win, but I think I would if I had to bet on a winner. I think it's looking like Trump's gonna win.
There's always the October surprise. A lot of things can happen.
The October surprise is that Biden forgets how to speak.
Look, this is what I'm theorying. Like this is what I think is going to happen between now and November. Something fucking absolutely wild is going to happen. I don't know what it is. I don't know. But something absolutely fucking bonkers is going to happen, and it's going to throw everybody for a fucking loop. Maybe one of them dies. Maybe like some smoking fucking gun thing comes out, and it sways it one way or the other. Like
you can't sway Trump voters. They love Trump. They'll accept whatever happens to him, no matter what.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like they'll always come up with a reason how like the deep state is just fucking him or whatever. So it doesn't matter. Like Trump can do anything. The people that like him are not going to budge on him. Not enough of them anyway.
There is one, and thank you very much for that. Thank you. One thing, and I gotta agree with Heroic Dosey-Do here, is one thing that we're missing, and it's why I'm not going to make that statement that, Trump hasn't necessarily, is there are a lot of people, and I mean a fuck lot of people, that voted for Trump and will not do it again. There are a fucking lot. Like, and this idea that...
Do you just know that, like, anecdotally, though? Like, do we know...
And in polls quite a lot, too. I mean... like the main thing that I keep coming to, fuck off, Matt. Do you want me to embarrass you in a goddamn debate again? Shut the fuck up.
Let's do it.
Anyway, but no, it's the whole thing comes down to, I can say my anecdote of like, well, I know people who won't vote for Trump, and Matt will say, well, I know a lot of people who won't vote for Biden, but he's talking to like people who live in Idaho. So
I'm just the actual polls are showing Trump has a pretty good lead, usually outside of the margin of error.
Maybe, but what I'm saying though is that I don't think we can be confident in either of those scenarios. I don't think so, because it's not the same thing as 2016, and it's definitely not the same thing as 2020. A lot of shit's different. A lot of people got their mind shifted this way or that way, with how overt things are getting with Project 2025. I do think it's going to make a difference. Which way? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. I just don't see a scenario where Biden can win now.
I mean, if it was pretty much literally any other Democrat, they would win over Trump at this point.
Not any, but a lot. There's plenty of others I could think of.
Almost fucking anybody. Almost anybody. Like a no-name fucking Democrat would probably win over Trump right now. Like, it would not be difficult. But, you know.
So, like, Buttigieg?
Probably. Yeah. I mean, Buttigieg is actually a hell of a good debater. He'd probably just demolish him on fucking stage. Yeah.
Dude,
probably.
They would freak out when a gay is the president. They would freak the fuck out. Can you imagine all the conspiracy theories?
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, I'd rather have a corpse over a king. Yeah, 100%.
All right. Here's the polling. This is 270 to win.com. State by state.
Here's another important one. Spec is saying we can't enable Dems to do this, and even if Biden wins, Republicans will do the same shit again. What are you talking about? Because keep in mind, we all got mad.
Spec's going to vote for Trump. Spec.
I know.
Yeah.
And that's stupid. That's fucking retarded. Because 2016 happened, we all got fucking mad because they wanted to run Hillary, and Hillary lost. And what did they do? They went and they got Biden the next time. We didn't want Biden. There was a bunch of people we wanted instead of Biden. They didn't run it. They didn't learn. This whole idea that you're going to learn the Democrats by voting against Biden is the dumbest fucking idea in the fucking world. They don't have to. They don't have to learn anything. That's not going to fucking work.
Who is polling 14%? Or are those multiple candidates? Or is it
multiple?
Yeah, but some of them don't even get like 1%. I wonder who's getting. Is RFK getting like maybe like 10? I don't know.
I doubt it.
There's in some states there are people getting like 19%, 21% here in Massachusetts.
But all these, none of these matter. What matters is battleground states.
Sure. A lot of those are like Michigan is one. Pennsylvania is one of them. Nevada. So let's see. Pennsylvania, Trump has like 2.5.
A little bit, yeah.
Wisconsin, wow, yeah, this is a close one right here. Wisconsin has a lot of electoral votes.
Yeah.
Look at this. Trump only ahead by 6% in Texas.
Yeah. Texas has been turning pretty blue lately.
Yeah, look at North Dakota.
Oh, yeah.
Reminder, we are 45 days away from the great withdrawal prank. Be sure to prank your local bank by pulling out as much money as you can in 45 days. Lol, so random.
New Jersey. In this poll, it's very close.
Yeah. Georgia, it's not nearly as widespread as you'd think. Georgia's been flipping pretty blue lately.
There is a margin of error, too. So it's like when it's really close, it could be either way.
Yeah.
But like Maryland, wow. 26.
You'd think Arizona would be a lot more red, too.
Not anymore. That one's shifting, too. New York is pretty solid.
Oh, no, I know Pete Buttigieg is shit, but he's still better than Trump.
Yeah, it's saying that they do better than Biden isn't an endorsement.
No.
Look at Virginia. Tie.
Yeah, yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. Ohio used to be a swing state, but now it's a red state.
Yeah, not by much, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's pretty crazy.
I would have to say it's the craziest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, because like they have the swing states, like the true swing states in yellow here.
Yeah.
And then the ones that are like faded colors are like leaning a certain way.
Right.
And then the solid ones are pretty much locked in.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's I don't know.
I don't know either. But we'll see. I mean, like I said, there are so many things that could fucking happen. I'm not making any predictions.
Check this guy
According
out.
to a flash
This guy is like one of the main polling guys at CNN.
poll after the CNN debate,
He's kind of funny looking, but he's pretty smart.
7% of people who watched said Trump did a better job than Biden. Some media outlets today saying Biden's performance was so poor he should reconsider his run. Let's bring in pollster and communications strategist Frank Luntz. Frank, great to have you. Great to see you. So it's been almost 48 hours, but it doesn't feel like the dust has settled. Where are you at this hour?
It is not settled. And I'm getting calls and emails and texts and WhatsApp. What's going to happen? Is Biden going to stay? And I think the answer to that is pretty clearly yes. Did this make a difference? And the answer to that is pretty clearly yes. But the difference is going to be small, and here's why. Only 4% of Americans are truly undecided. People will make the claim, I haven't made up my mind, but they will have decided against Joe Biden or against Donald Trump. They just don't know if they're going to vote for the opponent. That's not an undecided voter. It's just 4%. But where this does matter is those key swing states, and in particular, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. They matter most. At this point, Donald Trump is beating Joe Biden among the other close states, Georgia, North Carolina, that you showed right there, Arizona, and Nevada. But that doesn't take him to 270. He has to win one of those three. And I believe that when the polling is done next week, Trump will be ahead in Pennsylvania, will be ahead in Wisconsin, and will be ahead in Michigan. Not by enough to put the race away, but this debate will have an impact. And one last thing. 50 million people saw the two candidates face to face.
Yeah, Nevada, Arizona, Georgia, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin are the most key states.
Right. And, the thing is, too, like, having one bad debate isn't necessarily, like, a magic bullet kill, Obama...
It's more than just a bad debate, though.
Well, I know, but like Obama fucking lost his first debate when he
did,
was running,
but not not the same way Biden did.
Not the same way Biden did, but also his opponent also wasn't as brain damaged as Trump actually is either. So I don't know, man. You know what this is? We're rolling the dice on which one has a stroke first.
I don't think he's going to have a stroke. I just think his cognitive abilities are going to decline over time.
I'm talking about either of them. Either of them could have a fucking stroke.
They could.
Yeah. And yeah. I think that either way, that's probably a good thing. If one of them has a stroke, that would be great. Either way would actually be a massive benefit. Because even if it was Biden, then they'd have to pull somebody else in, and that person would probably beat Trump. And if Trump has a stroke, well, then that's just a problem fucking solved right there.
Side to side. And that has an indelible impact on how people view it. They were not happy with Donald Trump. They were even less happy with Joe Biden. And frankly, what our group said was, at the end, Joe Biden should step aside, put somebody else in there. The gentleman, your focus group, said exactly what I heard. Someone younger with Biden's policies and Biden's record will get Donald Trump a run for his money. Joe Biden.
Yeah, the fact that these two fuckers are still alive and Scoot isn't is a fucked up thing.
Yeah.
That is the biggest travesty here.
Will not.
So you, as you say, did this focus group of undecided voters in 6 states, and you got lots of reaction from them. So let's just take a little listen to your focus group.
I had seen what Trump had done, and now that I've seen him in action or inaction, I just think if the Democrats want to have a chance at putting someone in the White House, they need to put someone else up.
I think in 2020, Biden was a safe option that was relatively non-harmful to replace Trump. And frankly, I didn't think reflected these same cognitive issues that we see tonight on the campaign.
You didn't have them then. or
Nah.
at least they were so mild. You know,
That was a little dry, but it was definitely not to the same extent, I think.
So, Frank, was that the consensus?
Yes, it was and I was not expecting that. You watch within the first 5-10 minutes, the debate started so slow for Joe Biden that people.
He also had like a sore throat or something. He goes, "I talk it like this."
Yeah.
Were shocked. They had not seen him look like this. Remember, when he goes out and does a speech as he did yesterday, and it was brilliant, it was very effective. The emotion, the passion. He's reading from a teleprompter. He's got everything prepared in front of him. He was not in a debate setting. I would argue that these speeches are going to help him survive as the Democratic nominee. But if and when they have that next debate in September, if he has the same performance as this one, it's going to hurt him. In the end, swing voters don't like Trump's persona, but they appreciate that he's prepared to be president. They do like Joe Biden personally, but they think that he's not up to the job, up to the next 4 years.
So
there's something weird I noticed, like living in a very blue state, and it's like the Republicans that run against the Democrats, like for governor and senator and all that.
Yeah.
And even like the smaller local positions, when they get selected, they get selected by the voting base because of their more like radical conservative views that make it so that they'll never win the like statewide election. You know what I mean? Like they'll have a primary for like a candidate for governor, but the conservative voting block favors candidates that are like more kind of like more radical, you know.
Right. Wait, Cobra Klux Klan just said R.I.P. Crystal Roberts. Did Crystal die?
I have no idea.
I hope not. That would suck.
I don't know. I haven't heard from her in a while, but I don't know. That could just be like R.I.P. Ozzy Osbourne or whatever.
That's true. That's very true.
People do that shit all the time.
Did you hear from your focus group that they were taken aback by the level of lying that Trump was doing on the stage, or did Biden's performance eclipse all of that?
Biden's performance eclipsed all of this, and I do have to emphasize to viewers on CNN that the comments about Donald Trump were not positive. They did not like his sniping. They did not like his negativity. They don't like his persona. But Joe Biden performed so badly, and you show one of the clips there where he had trouble completing the sentence, that he had trouble making the point of view. They were so concerned about that simply eclipses their disappointment with or even disdain for Donald Trump. And this is something that Democrats are talking about right now. The New York Times wrote about it. The reporter from The Atlantic wrote about it. That if you want to challenge Donald Trump, and I'm not taking sides, but if you really want to ensure that you defeat Donald Trump, is this the candidate? Is it really Joe Biden? According to my focus group, the answer is no.
And I'm just hearing from my producer that just now the Atlanta Journal-Constitution has chimed in also saying that it's time for Biden to pass the torch. Why do you think this isn't resonating with the Biden team, the various editorials and the focus groups?
I think that you put pressure on someone, it kind of gets their back up. If you're the establishment, as these newspapers are, it makes them more determined to prove them wrong. But we're now into late June. This conversation's been going on for 4 months, and no one's been listening to it because the assumption was when the chips were down and he was looking straight at the camera at the American people, he would step up. And I got to tell you something.
He did not.
I watched, just as you were coming to me, you had a clip of him walking down those stairs. I know what that's like. I suffered a stroke, 2 of them. I don't walk so well. I was shocked as Jill took his hand and he started to walk down the... No one's seen that clip. That one has to wonder, I don't know how to put this, but our democracy is at stake. It's not just for an election, it's for a generation. And that was
Not wrong.
not the worst performance ever. The worst performance was Donald Trump when he interrupted Joe Biden again and again and again in 2020. But it was the second worst performance, and it really did shock people. And even I was shocked as I watched Biden leave the stage.
Frank Luntz, thank you for sharing all of your research and your focus groups with us. Really great to get your perspective, as always.
Damn.
You know what I noticed is that we don't really get kung fu movies anymore. Isn't that really depressing?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I pay attention to Chinese cinema, and they just don't make a whole lot of kung fu movies anymore.
Yeah, I even watched a lot of the American-made martial arts movies, the really low-budget bad ones in the 80s and early 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of those early Van Damme ones were cool, like Bloodsport and Kickboxer.
Sure. Yeah. No, I actually really like Van Damme, but yeah, I don't know, man. It's kind of a bummer. I think I'm gonna watch 5 Element Ninja while I go to sleep tonight. That'd be good. That's a fucking great one.
I remember the American Ninja series.
That was okay. Alright. I'm a big like old kung fu fan, like Shaw Brothers kind of stuff and Flying Guillotine. Yeah, that kind of thing. My ideal date is old kung fu movies, listening to Death Grips, and a lot of ketamine. That's my ideal date.
Damn. Ketamine.
Ketamine? You know what a ketamine? Never mind. I'm tired, man. I gotta go to bed.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna wrap it up in a minute here. You know what we should do sometime though? Is play that baseball game again, because I think we had fun playing that game.
Yeah. I haven't uninstalled it because I want to play that again with you. It was really fun. Hell yeah.
All right. All right. I am going to end the stream. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back on. I'm actually streaming on the 4th. I had Scott actually scheduled to be on the 4th. Yeah. Nope. I was like, oh, the 4th of July isn't a holiday for Scott, so maybe he'll be free. And he agreed to come on. Damn.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Well, good night. Good night, DP fam. Love you guys.
Good night, everybody.